Hey guys, and welcome to the Great Crown Defense, as we try desperately to cling on to what glory we had in the golden era of last week, as we fight once more in Logic EU's tournament. I believe it's called Battle Mania. Last time we somehow managed to scrape to victory, mainly due to chat giving me builds to use, which were disgusting, nasty, and allowed us to seal victory, and we're back at it once more. So let me drop the bracket to you guys so you can see what's up. There's quite a few players playing today, quite a few good ones as well. I see my boy Consul of Rome is playing, as well as Noob for Life, who we had some epic games up against last time. And our opponent today, up first, is going to be the mighty Ordinary Life of Felix. He has a Krokgar picture, and that's all I know about him, so he's clearly a man of culture. So lobby is up, awesome. Let's go have a little look to see if we can see the lobby. But how are you guys doing today? Hope you're all good in the hood. Woot woot, what's up Eldelmo? Way, quack quack to you as well, man. D Hamburg says, I'm up against Noob for Life, send help! That's a rough one, buddy. He's a very talented player. So let's quickly have a look. Looks like I can't see myself up here. I don't think so. Let's quickly add him on Steam, so you can send me a little invite. Friends, add a friend. It's so annoying the way that if you're in different regions you can't see the lobbies. I don't think like it's the mod player is too crazy big that you couldn't just kind of show all of them. Can't see lobby. Here is Steam code. Cool, so I set up with him and get cracking. Should be good fun. We're going to be on Shimmer's Sword to start with. Now, this is a best of one tournament. You have 2 lives, however, so if you get knocked out, you get moved down to the Tretch bracket, also known as the Losers bracket. And if you win the Losers bracket, you then get to the finals up against the winner of the Winners bracket, but you have to beat them twice in the final. Luckily, last time, by some weird miracle, we managed to get all the way to the finals without losing a game, and then we won the finals as well, so... we played like the minimum amount of games technically possible. We hopefully we'll be able to stream all the way to the finals if we get there again this time. I'm not super confident on that. There's a lot of good players in here today, and we won't meme, but we might not go quite so crazy as we did last time because yeah, the king's got a strut. Oh, Cabbage man, we're trying to get some more tournaments for you at some point. I might do the one-man tournament again at some point next week. I've already got a stream planned for then. We're going to be doing a stream next Tuesday because I basically, long story short, I've got an operation on my foot and I have to keep it like up above my like hip for like 6 hours or something stupid. So I'm going to stream through that because otherwise, what the hell am I doing? And Death Before Dishonor is going to be next Thursday as well, which should be some good fun. I'll talk more about that before. Krokgar, oh man, Krokgar, you guys aren't ready. I have a replay that's I think due to come out Sunday because I do my weekend ones in advance. With Krokgar, and it's beautiful. It's a really cracker. I believe it's featuring Dacta as well. I've come for my revenge, Deadly Bunnies. What's up? I believe Zachary Stevens Pierce is Deadly Bunnies. So we gather again, fellow duckies, to rise. So we are going on Shimmer's Sword, pretty big open map. I have never played Extraordinary Life of Felix. I do like the name. Let's say he's not someone under a different name who we do know, as I've met a few of the RTK guys before. Nope, so no idea who it is. I love his little picture. I believe that's Volkmar the Grim doing the kind of meme face. So let's see who picks and bans first. It's a really weird pick and ban system, and of course it is going to be more. So, picking and banning. Top bracket bans 1. He then bans 1. I then ban another one and pick. So, looks like I ban 1, then you ban 1, then I ban and pick. So, good luck, thank you very much, Cabbage. Hope you guys are all good today. So it should be a fun little stream. We've taken a little bit more of a break this week because last stream we did... I think 3 streams in 1 week with a video every single day. So this time we've just done the video every day and just the 1 stream. But then next week we're going to be back with at least 2. Depends how up for I feel after doing all the operations and all that fun stuffs. So it looks like I believe you banned first. Cool. So we're going to ban Skaven. Because when in doubt, if you don't know what your opponent's going to pick and you don't know what you're going to pick yet, just ban Skaven. because they are very OP. They're not like super crazy OP, but they are the best faction in the game right now. I think that's pretty undeniable, so I like banning them. Plus, we are Lizardmen mains, and Skaven are a big threat to us. So if he bans something that isn't Lizardmen, then we could simply go Lizardmen, ban Vipirates, for example. Although this map is quite wide, so we then may struggle up against forces like Dowie. And we have no idea what he plays, which is also a bit of a problem in this matchup. Good luck in the tourney. Thank you. Thank you, Dave the White Lizard. I don't have the craziest high hopes. We won it last time, but that was, I think mainly due down to you guys who were like, oh, you think you guys made me pick Dark Elves into a matchup, and I never play Dark Elves, and we managed to take out Noob for Life, who's an incredibly talented player, so we were saved. We also had some really epic games. I need to cast another one soon. He's banning Dwarves. Ooh, who are you thinking of going, buddy? He may go Empire. Do we like Lizardmen into Empire? Not particularly, on such a wide open map. Something like Norska's nice and well balanced, doesn't have too many weak spots, but, you know, we're here for the dino love, so we're going to go dinos. Dinos for me. Ban VP. Let's whip out the dinosaurs. I expect him to go Empire, but... Are Greenskins a good ban? I think they're pretty good. Yes, Greenskins are probably the second best faction in the game right now. So if I had to order it, I would say... I mean, it's changing all the time, but I'd say Skaven, Greenskins, Vampires. Although a lot of people disagree with me about Vampires, but I still think the players who play Vampires to a top level are very scary with them. Very scary stuff. But don't worry, guys, if we do lose, we still have another tournament game, and then if we lose that one, we'll simply do some quick battles, have some fun, hopefully play up against a couple of you guys as well, and just, you know, just vibe, chill out. Looks like he is going to go Empire, which was to be expected. So just in case he is watching the stream, we are going to pop up a screen blocker. Make sure to scream at me if I leave the screen blocker up. So, boop, there's our classic screen blocker. I think we're going to go for, like, pretty standard stuff. Nothing too crazy. I didn't warm up today, haven't played any games in advance, which I do not recommend. For tournaments, you should always play just 1 or 2 games before, even if you just meme or something, just to get a little bit of practice in. I have not, so going Lizardmen is the safe bet, because they're the faction we're best with. Well, hopefully. I think so, anyway. So let's get a nice little solid build up and run. So many options, so little time. I'm a little worried by the sheer weight of cannon fire that we may receive on such a map. I think this map is fat. Shimmer Sword. I know people can camp around this, which is a bit of a problem. There's like a lake in one side, but I don't think my opponent's going to do that. But it's quite like an open, wide map apart from that. Quack! What's up, Ghostly? How's it going, bud? You made it in time for the first battle. So you've perfect expert timing as always. What else do we want to go for here? I've kind of like got the base of a build and I've still got 1.7k just to play around with. Add some more stuff if we deem it necessary. Maybe just a little bit wider. A little bit worried about cavalry here, though. Oh well, we'll see how this goes. Just like I say, I'm actually going to change the build. Bam, there we go. I think something like this should do relatively well. We'll have to obviously find out. So, good luck to my opponent. Oh, 0 gold build, guys. We've got 0 gold. 0 gold. Go full Princess Bride Sicilian. Nobody expects the clever gals. No one expects the Dino boys. That is an awesome screen block. Yeah, we actually used There's some Northern Ducks you can buy. We had them, I believe it was for 2,000 subscribers. We did a giveaway, and you could win a duck. I'm going to probably do the same thing as well on 4,000 subscribers. Also, hopefully going to be doing a charity stream roughly around the time as well. Good luck, have fun, champ. Ready when you are. Let's rock and roll, bud. Cool. Before we actually load in, let's get rid of our pesky little screen blocker, so you guys can see the glory of the builds. It's no, nothing too crazy. Relatively straightforward build. But how are you guys all doing today? Does Nakai have any use in multiplayer? Yes, he is the best meme. But apart from that, no. Sorry to say. Nakai is just a worse option than the Ancient Kroxigor. So the only time you ever see such a unit is when they bring the Ancient Kroxigor or your opponent is memeing. Now on paper, his items are very good and kind of support more of a box style build, but Slans are just better in boxes. You got shielded the old ones and the magic is just so good. You know, upgraded bonus time warps, fast protection, that type of stuff. So that's why he doesn't get picked in those matchups, and he's just too expensive. His items are very pricey. He doesn't have a big enough impact on the battle. I had a really fun game up against someone the other day who I actually got to play in the Warhammer Championships at some point as well. And I was dwarves, he brought in the kite, he used him so well, like bounce around combats, and still then he just doesn't do enough, which is a bit of a shame for him. So let's do a little bit of a cheeky formation. So we're having the javelins on the flanks because they counter skirmish outriders relatively effectively. Grenade launchers, of course, will pummel us to death, but that is to be expected. I really love grenade launchers. I think more people should bring them. So I've had to downgrade my pterodons. I've actually been really loving file-leech bowlers recently, which I know a lot of people are like, what? File-leech bowlers? They're rubbish. They're actually pretty good at clearing out chaff quickly, which is what you want them for as well, you know, clearing out crossbowmen, handgunners, and other such units. We've gone pretty heavy with the big dinos. We've got Mazdamundi. I used to love Asaurus Old Blood in this situation because he can duel Karl Franz relatively effectively, but the net on Mazdamundi is too good, so you can just pin in Franz on the ground and kind of bomb rush him with two large creatures, come in with Cauldron Spear Riders and all that deadly stuff. And I mean, the Ruination of Cities as well as Banishment is so good up against those Archer Corps, so at the moment, this is kind of the Lizardman build. The main structure I've been going for is a couple of Saurus with Skink Javelins in the front line, Lord Mazdamundi and Thunderous one, and then I build the build around that. That tends to be the main go-to. And of course Pterodon Riders, because Pterodon Riders are just a must-have. They're not like super OP or anything, but they bring something to the battlefield that Lizardmen really lack, which they have no like real quick skirmish cav. You can have feral cold ones, but they're pretty trash because they rampage. So they can't get into the back line, so you need Pterodons to shut down backline troops, which the Lizardmen tend to struggle with. My opponent's build is very wide, so probably a gun line, which is to be expected on such a map. So we're going to have to get in there. No Kroggar, unfortunately. I did bring Kroggar in the last tournament, and normally I was going to go 3 Saurus Warriors, but 2 should be fine. Warren stuff! What's up, the Clown? How's it going? How are you doing in the Warhammer World Championship? I've only played one opponent so far. So if we get knocked out of the tournament, I'll message the guys in my squad and in my group, sorry. And if they want to play the games, we can play them on stream. I don't mind doing that. But I've only played 2 games, which is against the same opponent. I managed to win both of them, luckily. So I am 1-0 so far. Good luck, have fun, my friend. Looks like we are good to go. Incredibly rusty, but we'll warm up during this first game, and even if we lose, we still get a second life, so it's not the end of the world. Actually, I quite like this format from Logic. So let's get it cracking. And there is cannons galore! Looks like we have a little box build coming in for my opponent. Loads of halberdiers, loads of great swords, very interesting stuff. He's probably got the silver bullets lurking somewhere in here. So we need to advance as quickly as possible. Does he have a net? Nope, got an amber wizard. Which is good news for me. And yeah, we just need to get in there as quickly as possible. Bounce to the side of them if you can. Oh, huge damage. Huge damage coming in on the Thunderous one. Just nasty stuff. We're going to keep advancing with them regardless and pray the Pterodon Riders can do their job. Okay, here comes the silver bullets, which we need to shut down. Let's dart that way quickly. Dart back. Oh, this is going to be glorious if we can get there. Come on, guys. Come on. Look at those rock drops. They're lining up. Boom. Perfect stuff. Get you guys all shooting them. Okay, we need to get the silver bullets offline first. And the rest of our build can now start to advance real aggressive. We need those silver bullets dead, lads. Shoot them. Cool, silver bullets are done for. You guys continue to chase them, and when these guys get back to the cannon, we're going to whack them. Let's Kobe into the greatswords, do a little bit of charging, hop around the flanks. You guys, in you go. Hammer the home the enemy. Let's ignore the guys on this side. Let's pop a big one of these down. A nice little banishment, let's try and see how it is. Come on. There you go. Chase those guys off the field. Cool, so that was a good initial engagement. We are now surrounded by halberdiers, which is scary stuff. Let's drop that down. That's that. Keep throwing in. Need to that cannon off the line. Nothing going too terribly. Have I forgotten any units? Of course I have, in standard rub duck fashion. Let's go over here, try to save the thunderous one. Taking a bit of a pounding. But apart from that, things are going relatively well. So we are 2v1 in now. The old Volk Daddy. Let's move back with them. Pretty poor use from me of our cold ones, but it's fine. Everything else has gone okay. Let's really beat down him for now. It's a close game. Opponent doing very well. Let's chase some round trips for you guys. We're really just looking to outgrind our opponent with our big monsters. And as you can see, like, yeah, he's got halberds and stuff, but they're not that scary. And we've got a lot of armor on our big dinos. Let's keep just pressuring Volkmar. Get the great swords when they're not looking. I think we've used all our rock drops. How's our Saurus doing? Yeah, they're in the mix. Having a good time, they're in the mix as well. Can't complain. Okay, so forgot about those great swords, which is really useful for us. We're just going to get you back in here. Put a big shield of the old ones down. Wait for our banishment to come back. Banishment in this is going to be absolutely disgusting. Which is what we want to see. The Volkmar is in all sorts of trouble. Just hold back the enemy where we can. Our opponents forgot about a few of his units. I don't blame him, of course. This is a lot of micro for him to handle. Let's net down Volkmar so he can't escape. And just destroy him. Banishment. Oh, we don't need to. Don't want to kill all our own troops. The enemy has kind of broken at this point. Let's bring you guys in here to chase the enemy. I think this is game for us. I think that's going to be all she wrote, but my opponent obviously fighting on. So onto the great swords of you guys. Somehow Volkmar has survived the fury of the thunderous one, but we'll soon get him, don't you worry too much. How is he alive? Oh, there we go. Down he goes. And with that, his forces are simply going to rat and break. Well played to my opponent, though. It was a cool build. I guess we should probably save it. Logic tourney, just in case the guy has any questions or problems with the build, but I think it's all good. Krotgar is awesome. I'm actually going to do a Lizardmen tier list. If I get knocked out this early, that may actually be up tomorrow, because I'm going to be able to do it tonight. If we go all the way here, then it's going to have to wait till next week, because I work over the weekends. But Lord Masamune is just so good in like every matchup. He is the best Lizardman Lord competitively, although Krotgar has my heart. 15,000 damage dealt, 2,600 damage value is scary stuff. Of course, the skinks and so forth, they pay for themselves and do a decent job. Bad news from the Coal and Sparrows from me, but it's fine because we got great work from the Pterodons shutting down the silver bullets, who got okay value. Cannons didn't do too well, and then the Thunderous one, 3,000 damage dealt, 18k damage, 18k damage dealt, sorry, 3k damage value. It really is about the two big, large beasties. GG, well played. Oh. So good stuff. Hope we might see our opponent again in the future. Daryl says, I've seen so many artillery range box builds, but maybe only 1 or 5 or worse actually win. Yeah, so they can work very well. So there's someone called Consular Rome in the tournament who's part of my clan, and he'll show you how to play defensive well. You have to be proactive. You can't, when doing a defensive box build, just sit back and let the opponent pick and choose the engagements. Particularly in his build, the problem he had nothing to shut down Pterodon Riders. Yeah, he's got the silver bullets, they do a lot of damage on the approach. Even if he killed 1 unit, 2 are getting in there, and they're going to bomb the silver bullets first, and kill them, and then one of them's going to bomb a cannon, and then just sit on top of the cannons and get rid of them, and then you don't have anything to bring down the large beasties. But very well played to my opponent still. Very cool stuff. Let's update the bracket here. Also drop you guys a link to the bracket so you can see how the tournament is faring. Looks like my opponent's already popped it in, and we're up against Pants Prez 84, whoever that may be. But well played to Extraordinary Life of Felix. First time I've ever played him. Seemed like a nice guy as well. So let's update our little score. So we have got 1 victory, which means we go through to the next round, and I think my opponent should be waiting for us. So let's drop a message to him in the Discord. Looks like we are up, bud. Cool, so hopefully... Oh, there are maps now. So it's going to be Eschen next, Iron Sand Desert, Alpine Ridge, River, Maxon, and Blue Reach River for Gold Ways to the finals. That's a big map for the finals. And looks good. So far, Dr. Koshnik has beaten Bob Tratch, which is very impressive because he's a good player. Noob for Life has gone through, taking down Consul of Rome, which is very scary, though. That must have been a hell of a battle. Those two guys, some top-tier players. Void Lols has knocked out Gobbo Slayer. My god, there's some... well, not knocked out. Put him down into the bottom bracket, so they can still, of course, come back. So let me drop a link to you guys so you can see what's up. Gene, I love the Krotgar hype, but please don't spam Krotgar too much in chat. As well, so there we go. That is a link to the challenge page so you can see what's going on. And let's see what my opponent says. Oh, let's send him a PM. So he may not be aware yet that the first game was over so soon. What do you guys think of that first game? I think it was a pretty solid victory. It wasn't like too crazy, but we did a good job. And there we go. Sent the message to him, so he should get back to us in just a second. Let's host the lobby anyway, just in case he wants to hop into it. Which is Duck versus Prez, I believe. Duck versus Prez. How do you feel with the Thunderous one? I know people used to say it sucks compared to the other segs. It's amazing. It's amazing. Ignore what other people say. Well, you can ignore what I say as well. You know, it's a little bit of everything. But the Thunderous one is fantastic. I love it. It is a huge clearer of infantry. You surround it with halberds. It doesn't care, really. It's got very good armor. This ability here is pretty powerful. The Judgment. It's a Fall-esque ability to strike lightning from the sky. But more importantly, it's got a fat health pool. You team him up with the Mighty Mazdamundi, who can heal it, and you don't necessarily need a Carnosaur most of the time because these guys paired together, you always roll them as a pair. Have great mass, they can push from the back line. If a big Carl Franz comes to assassinate them, together they can normally overwhelm whatever it is. We saw them destroy Volkmar here. The one matchup where I think sometimes you need a third large dinosaur is against greenskins, and you add in the Carnosaur. So we take away the Cold One Riders we brought, having the Carnosaur, if your opponent goes double spider, you can still take them on rather well. What's up, Flex Prime? Quack quack to you. Hope you're all good, man. Let's see if our opponent has a message back. Awesome. Pass is 1, 2, 3. Let me know if you can't see it. Cool, just sawing out of the lobby. Adding him as a friend. And hopefully he will emerge. I believe we're on the map Eschen. I've got a worrying feeling we're going to be picking and banning first again. No, we're not. He's picking and banning. Okay, well, he'll ban first, then we ban, then he picks and bans. I'm not sure which was the best way to do it. I mean, it basically confirms I can get Lizardmen a lot of the time, but we'll have to see. It looks like, yeah, the game's going pretty good. If we win this, we'll be up against the winner of Dr. Jellyfish and Noob for Life. We had a fantastic game against Noob last time. So I'm sure he'll be back seeking revenge where possible. He actually managed to kill his Lizardmen, which was worrying stuff. I never like to fight my scaly brethren where possible. Tic-tac-toe Air Force when? If we go to quick battles, if we get knocked out of the tournament, then we'll definitely do some tic-tac-toe Air Force. But tournament-wise, tic-tac-toe in the air isn't particularly fantastic, is the best way to do it. Crispy Monkey is here. Is this the same guy? Who knows? Or is this some random dude? Let's message our guy. You, Crispy Monkey. That's a weird name. Yep, okay, cool. Looks like there's him. Hey, bub. So let's stretch, keep ourselves alive, and have a nice little drink. Yeah, for those of you who are joining late, this is a tournament we're still luckily in. It is 2 lives. We still have both of our lives happily active at the moment. If you lose your first one, you go down to a bottom bracket. And if you win the bottom bracket, you then have to beat the winner of the top bracket twice to claim victory. We are currently defending our crown. We managed to win this tournament last week, which is a bit of a surprise, in some really close and awesome games, very stressful games. We had a Lizardman mirror match, which was one of the weirdest, greatest games I've ever played. There was Slan fighting Slan, Saurian on Saurian action. It was nuts. Thanks, dude. How are you? And it's best of ones, which is pretty cool. Do you play other stuff than Lizardmen in tournaments often? Yes, because I mean normally it's best of 3. In a best of 1 situation, I'm just simply, my best faction by far is Lizardmen, so I tend to try to stick with them where possible. But other factions I quite like. Norska are pretty good. I think they've got a nice wide variety of matchups that they can perform rather well in. I don't think they've got too many terrible ones. So play Norska quite a bit. I play Dowie as well. They're a good counter-pick faction. They've got some real strong matchups, and I've been getting more and more comfortable with Dowie anyway over the years, and Wood Elves as well. I got a particularly disgusting Wood Elf, almost box build, which can work rather effectively. So, looks like you ban 1. Oh, you rub it like a wall. Oh, yeah. Yep. Looks like you ban 1. I ban 1, then you pick and ban 1. Pretty sure that's what it is. I may have a little double check. We are also, of course, doing banner rules as well for army limitations and so forth, which is the basic standard tournament set at the moment, made by the rather mighty Aerocrastic. He does a lot of good work for the community here. So yeah, he's going to ban first, I'll ban, he picks and bans, yeah, standard stuff. And he is top bracket, Eschen is the map. So I'll let him think about it, sort it out. So Ark of Sotek, love it or hate it? Unfortunately, well, I love it. I love it. Personally, thematically, it's a beautiful beast, but it is on the rather weak side. It's not the worst unit in the Lizardmen roster. In fact, there's a worse Bastildon in my opinion. I should probably save this because I'm going to be doing a tier list soon, but you guys get a little bit of a sneak peek. So out of all the Bastildons, you have the Solar Engine, you have the Revivification Crystal, Arcosotic, as well as the Feral one. The best ones are definitely the Solar Engine and the Feral Dinosaur. But the Rev Crystal's probably the worst unit on the Lizardmen roster. That alongside the Feral Cod ones, which some people disagree with, which is absolutely fine. Because the Rev Crystal, you get 7 casts. To use all 7 casts, you would need 7 minutes in the battle. Well, slightly longer actually, because it takes a while to activate. And then you've got to wait a minute after it's done before you can use it again. It only heals 624 hit points as well. But you're not going to use it straight away. You're not going to be using it for the first few minutes because the armies are walking towards each other, so realistically you need the battle to go on for over like 10-11 minutes for it to actually use the Rev Crystal as much as possible. Realistically, you're going to get like 2 or 3 uses of this bad boy because it's still on a Bastillodon. Bastillodons get scared, they run away, only 65 leadership. So overall you barely get to use this ability, and therefore it's a bit worthless, I think, for the cost. We actually had a Shredder game last time, Sonic. He brought Shredder and a Slant of Fire up against my Mazdamundi or Slant of Light? No, Slant of Life magic and a Feral Dread Sword. It was an epic fight. I'm definitely going to cast it in the future. What's the message on Discord? Is there bans and picks? Yes. You ban 1, then I ban 1, then you pick a faction and ban 1 more. Sorry, I was ignoring my opponent for some reason. He's messaging on Discord, not in here. What is your Norska build versus High Elves? Do I have one saved? Oh yeah, that's pretty disgusting. So, the problem High Elves have in general is large creatures, and you say, yeah, we've got a load of archers, that's fine. It's kind of a similar situation with the Mazdamundi and Thunderous one. You go War Mammoth. We've got Warshrine here. You can go Regiment Renowned because it has that lovely damage resistance. And Wolfric on a Mammoth. And it's like, yep, you're going to shoot one of us, but you're not going to shoot both. And you force your way into the back line. You Pendulum the archers. You boat the archers. And your Marauders and Berserkers should win the frontline engagements. But so he's going to ban Skaven. I will also ban Skaven. Although he probably isn't going to play them if he's banning them, but who knows. What's up, Logic_EU, the man, the myth, the legend. He is the host of this tournament. Hopefully everything is running smoothly. You've missed our first game. We managed to take the scalp of an enemy, who did indeed bring Empire. We used our Lizardmen to push through the lines and kind of crush his back line and so forth. And now we're up against Crispy Monkey 85. Lol, no love for the rats. Yeah, the rats can... So I pretty much, in this kind of situation, this kind of tournament, where it's rather open because it's just best of ones, I just always ban Skaven. Pretty much. Oh, it's going Bretonia! Oh no. Bretonia are a really powerful faction. And you have 1 more ban. We might whip out the Dowie here, lads. We might bring a rather special Dowie build. We'll have to see. If my opponent bans Dowie, then we won't be able to do it. He does get a free ban. But we'll be bringing a very special Dowie build if he doesn't ban them. No! No! He's banning the dwarfs! Curses! I was going to go full Slayer for you guys. Because Full Slayer just slaughters Bretonia. It's hilarious. It's like it carves through their infantry and their cav can't do anything. It's really funny. You get like 5 Slayers, Gotrek, Ungrim, and 2 or 3 Giant Slayers. It's hilarious stuff. But Dowie are very good up against Bretonia, so very wise bet to ban them from my opponent. So we're up against Bretonia. Who do we fancy? I quite like Wood Elves, but Wood Elves, of course, in this matchup have notoriously been bad for a while. You can go Air Core and a Doombox of Spears with RAL in the middle, which can work rather effectively. We may have to go Lizardmen once more. Lizardmen matchup's interesting. My opponent will, of course, spam Peasant Bowman, if he knows what's good for him. to try and whittle us down, but we have a few nifty tricks up our sleeve that can be used to counter such action. And we could also... He banned Skaven. So my normal counter to Bretonnia is Skaven or Dowie, and he's banned both of them, which is a bit of a problem. So I think we're going to see some more Dino action. I can't do vampire counts, bro. Not in a Torment. Not in a Torment, man. I am trash with them. Against a powerful enemy, only one can stand. Krotgar. Krotgar is a slayer. It's true. So we are going to go, I think, Dino Boys. Dinos for me. We've probably seen a lot of dinos on the stream, at least in the Torment portion of this, because of the way the Torment is laid out. And, yeah, should be good. But there are a few things we can do here. There's a few tricks up our sleeve we can bring to the table. So my opponent's probably going to go a couple of Sequester Knights to Cycle Charge, or Knights Errand or something. A load of Filthy Peasants, and then as many Archers as he's physically allowed to take. Maybe Trebuchets as well, because he might be expecting a Temple Guard Doombox, which is a rather common pick here as well. So some of our build will seem very familiar to you guys. We're going to bring like kind of the general core of the last faction. Cool, he says. It looks like he's ready to rumble. Something like this can work. Oh, we're gonna have to save some monies. Let's get another one of you. And a couple of new little skinkies. Good stuff. Legion Quar are likely to be here with Solar Boys. That is the standard meta. Yeah, I'm hoping we don't get Faye. I hate Faye. Although in this matchup, I actually think she's not the best pick for Bretonnia. But my god, I had a game up against Walt the Soul, who's a really good player. It was like a Torment, is on Titicity's like Torment ladder. So I expected him to go Faye, double Paladin. He did, and I went Skaven and brought Frot the Unclean Pack Masters. I brought all the horrible, disgusting stuff to counter, and it was actually an epic game. It was really good fun. I think a build like this has a lot of teeth to it. Let me double check something's Torment legal. I don't want to end up breaking the rules accidentally. I know I'm allowed 3 single entities, but I don't know if I'm allowed 3 of the same. The same boyos. Let's have a little look. Lizardmen, maximum 2. Poo. Okay. Oh, that's frustrating. I'm assuming that counts mounts. Okay. I have to take out one of you. That's put us in a bit of a pickle. There we go. Okay. So we've got some pretty scary stuff here. I think the back line's going to be a problem. We're going to have to use Pterodons rather effectively to shut down Archer play. But apart from that, we should rinse the cavalry and the infantry. So let's just upgrade you. Now we've got 15 gold left, but who cares? We'll throw it at someone. Jurassic Park meets Monty Python. Indeed! Ready when you are. Let's rock and roll, bud. Let's reveal the glory of our build. Boop. And let's hop in here. If I don't see a Thunderous one, I'll be sad. We already brought the Thunderous one today, and he is back. Don't worry. Oh, if he brings Green Knight, that could be a problem. That could be a problem. Mr. Walton, aka Walt the Salt. Had an awesome couple of games up against him the other day. I always have close games against Walt the Salt. It's always fun. Release the Gary. Oh, we don't have a Gary, I'm afraid. So I was going to bring a Feral Stegodon with this build, but you're not allowed free Stegodons for whatever reason, despite the fact you're allowed free single entities, so we had to lower down our Pterodon Rider count a little bit in our infantry core, and we've chucked in a Carnosaur. So, you guys can name the Carnosaur, though. We can name him Kroq-Gar, if you guys really want to. And I will bring Kroq-Gar in the tournament if the matchup's like good enough for it. Tomb Kings is a matchup where Kroq-Gar is fantastic. He does 3 core healths like any of their lords if he hits a hand of the god correctly. So, we've gone a rather small build. And my opponent has gone rather large, or rather wide, which is to be expected. So we're really going to test his air protection, because that's what could... If he has a load of Peasant Bowmen, of course, that's our main threat to us. So we do have 3 Pterodons. Now, we couldn't afford the Regiment Renowned. We had them originally, as well as a load of Fire-Leech Bowlers. Fire-Leech Bowlers good up against Peasants, because they do a nice kind of burst damage all round, and kind of get them down quite quickly. And we have 3 big scary dinosaurs. So this is kind of like old school Lizardmen meta in this matchup, which has changed, but you can still rock it. It's not Temple Guard expensive, and you've got enough large entities that Big Lord Mazdamundi with Ruinations, Banishments can shut down Peasants, and the Thunderous one as well has fantastic mass to push through. Apart from that, we have Saurus Spearmen with Spears in the front line, because I'm not expecting too much from my opponent infantry-wise, so these guys will help out up against cavalry. Got some cheap skinks just to make our battle line a little bit wider to hold back the enemy formations, flank them, do that disgusting stuff. Forward Carnosaur to counter-attack cavalry, and then once again, Mazdamundi, Thunderous one. This is a combination that's just too good to ignore. Make sure you're not off skirmish mode or anything like that. And I think we're good to go. We do also have a secret weapon up against the Peasant Bowman in the form of the Sunburst Standard, so it's going to obviously target down the large creatures. They all will be getting a 12% missile resistance from them, but it's still scary. It's still very scary. This is a tough matchup for Britannia all round. Must go. Good luck, Doc. No worries, man. The corner saw. Kroq-Gar Jr., there you go. For every game you lose, you have to take a bite out of a lemon. Is that Mr. A move I see lurking here? We won the first game, so hopefully my opponent ate some lemons as well. And if we lose this, it's fine. We go down to the bottom bracket, and we will still be in the tournament. So it looks like he is all good to go. Let's rumble. Advance! Advance on the filthy peasants. So, a ton of archers. Ooh, double trebuchet as well. It's rather interesting. Let's make sure my opponent is paying attention with his micro. Knights of the Realm, Knights Errant. Okay, just a ton of knights. Pretty standard stuff. We're going to advance as quickly as possible. And he's made a bit of a mistake straight out of the gate, which isn't like pivotal, but all his arrow archers are in one place, so it's pretty obvious which way I'm going to charge. We're just going to all gun him. It looks like he is moving them out now, which is a good idea, so I think he realised his mistake. Going to be splitting his archers up into 2 different formations, which is the good way of playing this, I think. Otherwise, he would have been in big trouble as we just kind of advance forward. So let's continue our little charge here. Oh, this is juicy, though. This is very juicy. Let's go pull our peasants, hopefully. Or not our peasants, our brave dinos. See if he's paying attention. Looks like he's a little worried. Okay, yeah, he's fleeing for the hills right now. Oh, has he left them on the wrong mode? Let's do some little rock drops. Okay, opponent's now figuring us out, so let's advance. Front line. Ah, little skinkies. Let's force our way through. Some arms will do okay up against us. Let's force off his archers, we're killing his knights. Let's wrap around the flanks. Okay, yeah, his archers are just in disarray right now, which is really good news for us. We've killed 1 unit of knights, 2nd unit is running. Let's actually focus on getting into his back line, which is more of a priority for us right now. Get these guys in the distance. He did deal with one of our peasants. Oh, one of our peasants. God, one of our pterodons. How dare I call them peasants? We do have a paladin. Is that Fae? Of course it is. We have the Fae Enchantress. But But the Finns aren't going too shabby. Let's ensure these guys are done for good. Let's get our little blob moving in. We haven't even really had to use like much magic yet. Which is good news for us. He does have a lot of knights which will be swinging into the fray, but not too scary. I don't want to use any of those yet. Let's just pop this instead. Start getting our spearmen involved in the action. So a lovely big debuff there. In the Curse of Midnight Winds, it's going to be lowering the stats of all of his troops. Kind of want to drop my banishments and stuff, we just don't need to right yet. All our large entities are doing absolutely brilliant. Let's try and focus on the Grail Knights while we can, and get the Pterodon Riders back. Chasing off other troops. Pterodons, this is what I mean, Pterodons are so pivotal in the Lizardmen faction. They're so good. Not necessarily the damage value they're going to get and stuff, but just in what they bring to the table and what you really need. Let's go try to finish off this pesky little Fey Enchantress, who does haunt my dreams every night. Just how nasty she can be. Knights are all starting to break here. Let's just inspire these spearmen a little while longer, so they hold the line. And Finns are getting pretty good. We haven't forgotten about any units, which is the Duck tradition, so unfortunately throwing tradition out the window a little bit. Faye is doing fine, as always. She just... I don't know what it is. It's like about her hitbox. She just doesn't die. Just keep applying pressure here. Let's shoot the knights. But it looks like the paladin's nearly done as well. And there's not too much my opponent can do at the moment to kind of rectify the situation. He's coming with some knights to countercharge them with the big dino. Paladin's gone. Carnosaur can go after him. Oh, that's the thunderous one. Get you in there. Carnosaur, go feast happily tonight. Let's just shoot knights now. You are doing fine. Just chuck yourself at some peasants. Fey Enchantress is trying to run, so we're going to net her. Keep going after her. Maybe getting a little bit greedy, but kind of moving away from our pack. So let's bring over our big boy. But I think this is pretty much game at this point. It is indeed. Well played to my opponent, though. I think his main mistake was... let's just save that as Logic Tournament 2. He had all his archers like together, like tightly packed, so I could just walk forward and shut them down. If he had them like dotted around the place, he'd be in a much better situation, because apart from that, the build's absolutely fine. Not a big fan of Knights Errant, but Knights of Realm's fine. The Grail Knights as well are fine. Maybe drop these and have a Questing Knight instead. Field Trebuchets can work here. Personally, I prefer like 7 Peasant Bowmen, just bring like 5 poison and 2 normal ones or something, because as you can see, they got really shut down and kind of run over. Faye still managed to get 1,000 damage value, 7,400 damage dealt, despite the fact she wasn't in the battle too long. And luckily our Air Core just did its job, shut down the enemy, and then once again, Thunderous One, Mazdamundi, 2k damage value here, 2.4 here, Carnosaur 1.2, it's just too much for the Bretonnians and can really overwhelm them. GG, well played. But well played to my opponent. If she's in your dreams, you may need to find a grail. I must look for one soon. Your opponent gave up too soon. I mean, the game was over by that point, but yeah, his kind of like... Once I smashed the back line, yeah, it was a little bit much. Well, that's the problem. So anti-large cav is good up against large creatures. You need to either surround them, though, or ensure you get the charge. If a big, like, Mazdamundi nets you, and then you come crashing with a Thunderous One, you're just going to overwhelm them. I mean, that's a lot more money I'm chucking at them as well as magic. But if you take away the charge of cavalry, it's far less effective, especially for shot cavalry, but all cavalry in general. And then Mazdamundi, Thunderous One, they'll snap you up quite happily. So let's update the bracket. Oh no, guys, we're up against Noob for Life. That's not good news. Noob for Life is very good. We managed to beat him last time. I think in this round, or in round 4. Maybe there's less rounds this time. But it was close. It was very close, and he'll be picking and banning first. GG, my dude. So just messaging the other guy. Same with you. Good luck in the second bracket. Yes, Mr. Newfolite, we meet again. Which is probably very bad news for me. We managed to scrape a win last time, which was a really fun game. Lizardmen versus Dark Elves. I brought a Dark Elf build which was inspired by Ice Power Total War and the play he does with them, which was against a lot of what Dark Elves normally do, to kind of mass Dark Shards and stuff, and it worked rather well. But we'll have to see. So let's see. I mean, Lube might have hosted. If not, we can host and wait for him to hop in here. Noob versus for life versus whomever. Whoever you are, it does not matter. I shall slay you. What's up, Samurai Warrior? The man, the myth, the legend. This is called Battle Mania. It's a tournament I'm playing in, and I actually won last week, so we're back trying to hold on to our crown. It's best of ones, but you get 2 lives. You get moved down to a bottom bracket. If you win the bottom bracket, you go into the finals. So you have to win 2 games in a row. Luckily, last time we didn't have to do that. We just went all the way along and just won all the games. But I'm not expecting that to happen this time, as we are now up against the mighty warrior himself. But here's a link to the challenge page. Can you try double Ballista Stegodon as a tech piece to try and get a range advantage on some upcoming games? They're pretty cool, although you're going to have to bring Mazda on his mobility scooter. It is something I have certainly tried before and is very fun. I might not bring it in the tournament, but I will definitely... We can do it on some quick battles afterwards as well. Hey... Bandawi, how could you? He's probably wanting to go Lizardmen. Yeah, it's honestly really good fun. It's a pretty fun tournament all round. So even if we lose this round, for example, we just move down a bracket and play some more games, which, at the end of the day, even if it's harder to win, you still get some awesome stuff. But if you guys are enjoying, feel free to hit that big old thumbs up button. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. We do drop total Warhammer content every single day of the week, which is pretty good stuff. And I've got 2 streams coming up next week. We're going to have Recovery Day on Tuesday, which I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I've got to have my foot up for like 6 hours after some surgery, so I'm just going to stream for it, or at least for a portion of it. And, yeah, the stream will hopefully just distract me from it at least. And on Thursday, we have Death Before Us on the back. Could always play Lizardmen. So what do I do now? Do I ban as well, I think? So he's probably going to go Dinos himself. That is the Noob for Life way. I don't really fancy a Dino on Dino mirror matchup against him, though. So we have Dark Elves in our back pocket, although he kind of knows the traps now for them. And he'll probably ban Skaven next, knowing that I'm a man of honor and I probably wouldn't go Vampire Coast against him. I'm so tempted to ban Lizardmen, but it's such a horrible move. I'm a ban Skaven, I just don't like them. Yeah, man, there's some scary players today for sure. Are you playing Papa Palpatine? So, as you don't know, Papa Palpatine is the god of chaos. The Chaos Gods, all 4 of them actually worship Papa Palpatine. That's the crazy situation we found ourselves in. He's a disgustingly good player. Green boys aren't bad into dinos. It's true. It's a matchup I don't hate as Lizardmen, though. Wood Elves versus Lizardmen is just a horrible matchup for both sides. It's just you shoot each other. You rats. I don't think New for Life would play Skaven anyway, but I ban them just out of spite. Oh no, don't worry, it's best of 1, Samurai Warrior. It's best of 1s. So, last one went on a little while. I think it's because there was a big rules dispute that happened, and it's Logic's first time hosting a tournament last time, so it took a while to sort out. But the actual tournament didn't go on for too long, and being best of 1s is quite nice, quick and snappy. Oh, that sucks. I may need your help, Pub Palpatine, because I may... If he's going Lizardmen, if you've got a dirty little Chaos build, I might think about it. I can't promise anything. Lizardmen ban Coast. Ooh, we have Skaven still. I'm not particularly a Skaven player, but this is pretty bad for Lizardmen, I think, Skaven. He's not bad in the mirror matchup. I played a mirror matchup against Owie Dowie last time, and then Noob for Life came up against Owie Dowie in another mirror match. Two very different ones. Me and Owie Dowie was Monster Mash. Noob for Life versus Owie Dowie was Skirmish Fest. We've got Dark Elves we can fall back onto. We had good success with them last time. We'll probably have to switch up our build a little bit, obviously, because Noob for Life knows what it is. Oh, mate, we did one last week, Samurai Warrior. We did a Lizardmen versus Lizardmen last week, and I'm going to cast it, so I don't know if I want to do Dino mirror matchup again. Don't go Chaos against Lizardmen, my advice, but come on, Kolek. We have played Lizardmen in the first two games as well, so normally here I'd like to go Dwarfs. I'm a big fan of Hammer Torpedoes in this matchup. They kill everything if you can protect them. Skaven isn't the worst idea, but I don't play Skaven too much, so it is a little bit risky doing that. We did that last time with Dark Elves up against Noob for Life, and it worked really well. Cool. Give me 2 secs to look at builds. Let's go Norska, which Noob for Life beat me with recently, which is an even matchup. A lot of Norscan fans are like, oh, I really love Norska. In the matchup, a lot of Lizardmen fans are like, oh, I love Lizardmen there. We can go like a Frot the Unclean style build, get a load of pesky summons in there, and then shoot at him from far. You'd have to be a little worried of mass skinks and Pterodon Rider threat. And of course, he could bring the big dinos against us as well. Oh man, I had some epic games back in the day with Samurai Warrior. Yeah, you had some really cool stuff. We need to play some more. Chaos Gods are nothing to Alariel's buns. It is true. So, do we go Rats? Do we go Lizardmen? I'm probably not going to go High Elves here, I don't think. I don't like High Elves in this matchup. I think they're, yeah, you can go Shooty. Which is your best bet, but they'll just walk over you with large creatures. Wood Elves is pretty hard to watch, I think. It's just literally a load of Chameleon Skinks, a load of Cav versus a load of Glade Guard, and dinos with lasers. So, what to do? I think we're going to go Filthy Skaven. I think we're going to do it, guys. Check Discord. On it. Kill stuff. So I've just got a load of messages to go through. Cool. I think we're back. So let's add a little screen blocker just in case Noob for Life accidentally sees. And we'll sort out our build. So something like Frot can be really risky here. Because salamanders will eat him for breakfast. He has regeneration and therefore a weakness to fire. If you net him, salamander him, he'll be dead in about 2.2 seconds. At the same time, Krotgar can do wonders here. So we may get our wish from our opponent. Although he does love a little bit of a tic-tac-toe build. Despite that, Frot is very powerful still, regardless, and can do pretty good work. Don't play Skaven often, so it's a little bit of a treat for you guys. Well, especially for any Skaven fans, because they don't get to see me play them too often. Let's think what we want to do. There is so much. So much we could bring. So much potential. So much firepower. Debating so much. Oh no, we're 3 gold over. A mighty 3 gold. Just spend some of our remaining gold on upgrading our troops, I suppose. Something else could work, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, Avalanche Mortals are pretty disgusting here. They're pretty disgusting. Saurus Swords are too slow to juke them effectively, and Skinks, if they get hit, also get obliterated in like 1 or 2 volleys, so they're pretty tasty. I somehow always have good success with Tretch. Maybe he's aligned himself with you. Canine Assassins are Lizardmen Enders. 2 assassins shooting on Mazda for like 20 seconds will rip him. So underrated. Yeah, Canine Assassins are amazing, man. They're very scary. Yeah, Scourge Runners, I think Dark Riders personally is a mistake in that matchup. So I like Shades there, and I like Scourge Runner Chariots. The Rubber Duck of the Ring. Oh yeah, man. I think I'm a little behind on chat there. Alright, let's looks like he's ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I'm just gonna check rules super quickly. Make sure 2 units don't count as the same. And if they don't, then we're fine. Maximum 8 variant. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's fine, I think. Oh, these rules. Cool. And then 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, cool. I think we're good. So let's take away screen blocker. Boop. There we go. Let's get ready to rumble. I love seeing Avalanche Mortars, but they are massively risky. They'll get sniped early. The question is, what does he have to snipe them? Ah, Ben the Barman, a man of myth and legend. He comes through the fog wielding beer in both hands. How's it going, man? We're into round 3 so far of this tournament. And if we lose, we go into a loser bracket. We did manage to win the tournament last week, so we're trying to defend our crown. We knocked out Noob for Life last week, but he's back with a vengeance, and he's gone with his scary Lizardmen. We managed to defeat them with Dark Elves last time, but it was a little bit of a trick build we managed to pull on him, which was we brought Dark Elves and did an Ice Power Total War inspired build, which is a load of Dark Shards, Shades, that kind of pesky, more like a static Dark Elf build rather than the expected Dark Riders. And from that, the Chameleon Skinks really suffer a little bit more to actually hack into the back line. Clan Rat Spears is who we have. No Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers, which is a bit sad. I like parking Poison and Globadiers behind them. So we do have a load of Rat Ogres, of course, as well. God, this mountain's going to be a pain in the butt.
Rattling gun.
And we have the Rattling Guns to try and deal with Pterodon Riders, but Micro is going to be the name of this game, I think. We have a lot of troops to remember to move around the battlefield, which, going by my track record, may be a good thing, maybe a bad thing. We didn't bring the big Avalanche Mortars, I'm afraid, though. We have brought the disgusting Hero Blob, which is Packmaster, Frot the Unclean. Now, if he has Salamanders, he just wants to lace these guys up. They have no armor. Salamanders will butcher them in seconds, which could be a really nice pick. The one annoying thing about Frot is, yeah, he's really kind of powerful at the moment, but he's got such a cool model on his little Brood Horror hits. It's a shame I don't really play him that much, so, you know, I don't get to see him in action, but he's pretty scary. So we do have our summons. Of course, we're bringing the Plague Monk summon as well as the Clan Rat summon. Those are going to be our 2 weapons of choice. And then we have our pesky little duo, which is the Packmaster, who does indeed heal up Frot the entire time. It also comes with the Shock Collar, which is rather nice. And we've got the Scry and Stone for a bit of protection. And Frot has Beast Packmaster, Remolded, Creature Killer, standard stuff. Indeed, imagine he actually trying to win. He'd probably be one of the top players in the world. Oh, Noob for life. Yeah, he loves to meme, man. This is a Logic's tournament called Battle Mania. If you scroll up the chat, you should find a Discord link to, not Discord link to it, a challenge page link to it. I'll make sure, or if one of the mods could pop it in, that'd be fantastic. If not, I'll pop one up after this game, so you guys can see the bracket. But it's best of ones all the way to the final. If you lose, though, you have 2 lives, so you get knocked down to the Tretch bracket, also known as the second bracket, loser bracket, whatever you want to call it. And if you get to the finals of that and win them, you then have to beat the winner of the top bracket twice in a row to claim victory. And we won last week, so we're back trying to defend our honour. Once we fail, if we fail, which is most likely, Noob for Life is very talented, we'll be doing some quick battles and that kind of stuff, if the stream hasn't gone on for a couple of hours already. His build is not as wide as I thought it is. Good luck, Have Champ. Noob for Life is a super cool chill dude as well. If you ever bump into him on ladder, he's, I recommend always saying hello and stuff. He's always up for a laugh. Good teacher of new players as well. So, ton of skinks into the sunset. We have the Rev Crystal after I've insulted it multiple times. We have Lord Mazdamundi and a Pterodon Core, which is very scary. Let's advance up with our little troops. No tic-tac-toe though. Slightly disappointed. So he has gone Kroxigor. Kroxigor very good in this matchup. Very underrated. Yes, Raugers will do relatively well against them, but at the same time they punch through the enemy formation quite quickly. So we want to try and hit the Red Crested Skinks if possible. These Fire-Leech Bowlers know their basic Pterodons, which is okay news for me. Let's pop that reposition over to the left, just in case my opponent isn't paying attention. And we rain Holy Hellfire down upon the enemy. Let's tighten our formation a little bit now. He's probably going to try to come over and attack our precious Poison Wind Globadiers, which we don't want. Let's wrap around the flanks if we can. Oh, there's a lot of Pterodons. There's a lot of Pterodons. I think we're just going to have to not worry too much about them. Well, if he's coming for the charge, I think he's just baiting it. Oh, he's going for the rock drop. Let's continue to fire into this just absolute mess. Get you shooting there. So unfortunately, I think the 1 isn't going to be enough, so let's charge in here. Let's go a little pack hunting as well, rather than just sitting around not doing too much. Get our troops moving in. Do we have any in reserve? We do not. Fortunately, he has dealt with the... So, good targeting from my opponent. So what he's done is he's taken out the units which can shoot back, which is the Teeth Breakers. Let's get you guys going over here. Just shoot into them. Fall back. We don't want you to engage there unsupported. Let's just try and crack this side of his formation. Frot's having a whale of a time. Scurry of our Poison Wind Globadiers. If we can save them, that would be ideal. Move, move, move. Run, run, run. Scurry, scurry, scurry. As is our way. Let's target you down if we can. Let's get you guys on the flank. Poison Wind Mortars we'll try and fall back with. Let's just push more troops over here. Right, you guys need to fall back. And we haven't really used our magic, which is my bad, so let's pop them there. Let's get them involved in the action. There we go. We can actually pull out the Rat Ogres at this point. Did our mortars survive? It looks like not, at least now. They might come back in the future. Let's get our little duo hunting down him. We've got this in the back pocket. Let's use it now, as the Finns are looking a little bit desperate at the moment.
Master kill! Hasten, hurry!
Let's get all our troops back to the fray if possible. The leadership pack needs to fall back, however. Let's drop another plague monk summon here. Let's get some elite troops down. It's a close game, guys. Very close stuff so far. Let's fall back with you guys. Let's go after that Frot Butte. I think we're gonna maybe lose, but it's close. Which honestly, if you get a close game up against New for Life, I'm not too ashamed of anything.
Pack obeys me, yes?
Chase troops off. Do we have other stuff dotted around? No, it's mainly my opponents, which is lucky for us. He hasn't spotted it yet. Let's finish off with you. These guys, of course, best up against infantry rather than anything else. Let's keep chasing at that Mazmuti booty. We've still got both our restores. Let's get everyone back to the fray. Ooh, that's nice to have back in line. Let's chuck into the enemy. Good, we should be able to finish off them. Where's our lords? Come on. Come on, lads. Let's get in here. Plague Priest is a bit surrounded. Let's try and get him out of trouble. I'll pop that on him for now. Let's try and get some support going in there. So start shooting down Mazmundi. Oh, that's not what I want here. Manticore summoning the last quarter of the game is pretty worrying. Our mighty hero core may fail here. Continue to shoot in. Oh, shutting off those poison wind more to the Cernine. And this is what I was talking about before, guys, with the unbelievable power of Pterodons there. I would say the best unit in the Lizardmen roster, not like damage output wise. Let's get that Ferromanticore off the field, or like out survive him. Let's keep shooting. Now we've got him isolated, we might want to try and assassinate him. Well, this is so close. Can the hero core survive is the question. Let's fall back once more. Get rats in there. Did you do your summon? I think you did. Come on, Frot buddy. Move your butt. Let's hop on top of you. I think there's just too many large dinosaurs for us to deal with in the late game here. Like a Mazmundi full health is going to be scary for anyone, even with the big Frot. Let's continue to chase these Pterodons if we can. And let's go off the Croc score. So we kind of got to commit to a fight here. Come on, let's get that remolded up. Yeah, Mazmundi is just too thick. I think. Can we get a summon off soon? 7 wins of magic, that's a bit long away. Let's flat with you. Got spears finding them and stuff, so that's fine to do. Go, 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 go! I'll have the Packmaster to kill the Croc scores instead. Let's switch over to those ones. Let's try and save our caster. Go off at the pterodons.
Master, feed! Scurry stop! Smash! Front!
Charging on the croc skulls now. Yeah, just going to keep pushing through, which is the right thing to do, and I think that's game. I think we've lost our Packmaster. We'll still scrap it out. Well, of course. Oh no, he broke just before the summon came down. That's a real nail in the coffin. We got like a load of rats like stacked in here. Maybe Frot can do his stuff, but
Never fail!
yeah, those croc skulls don't want to break. Leadership of Lizardmen is fantastic, so.
Done. Leader boss of pack. Smartest packmaster. One.
Where are you, buddy? Just coming back to the fray. Come on. Got your buffs. Frot is going for it. Do we have stuff in combat? We do. So we can move you out. Rotate you in. Trying to get 2 for 1. But it looks like army losses may set in before we can feel Frot's mighty potential. Need to get a creature killer up again. Mazdamundi under attack from 2 anti-large beasts who people say are really OP. And he just takes no damage. He just doesn't care. It's Mazdamundi, but the true ruler of the law, of course, is the mighty Zlak. No! Can't ever cast this spell, the little rat. Just getting shoved off, and that's GG. Close game. Yeah, I should have brought Warp Girl. I don't play Skaven, so I didn't think about it, honestly. I thought the Teeth Breakers would be enough, but I didn't expect, like, 7 Pterodon Riders coming at us. Not 7, like 4. But felt like 7. That's the thing with Pterodon Riders, they feel like they're everywhere. And look at the value on these guys. Oh! 1,400, 900, 400, and 1,500. Insane value shutting down our ranged tools. Despite that, just to show you how OP Poison Wind units are, despite the fact these guys got shut down by very good Pterodon Rider play by Noob for Life, 1,000 damage by Poison Wind Globadiers, doubling their value nearly. 2k on the Poison Wind Mortars. Rattling Gunners failing a little bit more. So you can see, despite the fact they get shut down, these guys are just, they need, the Poison Wind effect needs to be changed slightly. Raugus fared pretty poorly. It was mainly Frot trying to carry at the end, 2,700 damage value with the Packmaster 1.5k. But unfortunately, not enough punch to break through someone like Mazdamundi. A lot of people don't bring Mazda in this matchup because you think, hey, look, he's a big, fat, juicy target. He's just going to get shot. But he's amazing here because he's incredibly tanky. He can heal himself, shielded the old ones, banishments. He's just by far the best Lizardman Lord in their entire roster by like a considerable margin. Despite my love for Crocgar. And the Source Old Blood's very good as well, and all the Slans have their place. And in certain matchups and builds, of course, you don't have to bring Mazdamundi, but he certainly pays the price. The Rough Crystal did rather well. I did just ignore it most of the time, and depending on how long the battle was, he probably wouldn't even be able to use it too much, probably, so memeing on me a little bit there and still come out victorious. Croc Cigars can punch back into Raugus relatively effectively as well. GG. Good luck in next round. So Noob for Life there, getting revenge on us. Yeah, Council Guard would be good. I just wanted to go as wide as possible. I think a Grey Seer can be good here as well. I was kind of hoping Frot would have more punch. He was a bit wet noodle, to be honest, at the end. I suppose he's got like decent stats. I guess maybe it's more the shield of the old ones. He just could not touch Mazdamundi at all. But Mazdamundi is obviously a divine being. Awesome. So we will be hopping out this one. So we have lost our first game in 2 tournaments, which is a worrying sign for us, as if we're going to get to the finals now, we're going to have to do it the long way. And by this point, our opponent will probably be rather good as well. We actually need to update our scores. We won 2 games. So here we go. Who are we up against next? So let's update the bracket, unless New Life's done it for us. He already has. So we're waiting, and oh no! Oh no! We're going to be facing Gobbo Slayer, most likely. Oh god, on Crossroads as well. That's very bad news for our Dino boys. So it looks like Gobbo Slayer up against Karsten. I don't know Karsten, so maybe he'll surprise me, but I think Gobbo Slayer is probably going to be in the driving seat there. We have to come up against the mighty man, the myth, the legend himself. And if we want to win, then we have to go through round 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then a finals, which would make this incredibly long. So we'll have to wait and see. Looks like Noob for Life is moving on to either face the winner of Nick T, which I think is quite a good player. I've seen him in tournaments before, or Voidlaws, who's a very good competitive player as well, in the round 4 here. Cool. Let's hop out of here quick. And we wait on the mighty Gobbo. Or his opponent, of course. Let's just pop in, make sure they're up and running. They should be, I think. Yes, so Gobbo Slayer got knocked out of round 1, which is very surprising. Gobbo Slayer is a top component, but looks like he knocked out by Voidlaws, which is certainly no disgrace in that. Voidlaws is a bit of a beast of a man himself. And then Gobbo Slayer beats Raced in the bottom bracket, which I can show you now. Let's pin you guys the challenge page. Yeah, in my opinion, it favours Lizardmen up against Norska Max. It certainly can be done. You basically have to bring, like, 300 javelins and, like, 5 cavalry with javelins, and you just javelin the entire Lizardman build to death. It's the only way, I think. Otherwise, you got Temple Guard Doom Box is very good up against you. Any type of box of Salamanders in the middle is very good up against you. It's pretty rough. I forgot my name with a brilliant point there. I like how guns counter pterodons, but pterodons counter guns. It's true. Yeah, there was no chameleons or salamanders, surprisingly. I think it was just the number of people. Just the number of people. Oh, you're talking about Slade X. Oh, what Slade X memeing? Yeah, Slade X is a really good player. Had a really fun game over against him not too long where his greenskins vanguarded onto my Beastmen Vanguard. It was wild. It was one of the most micro, kind of stressful games possible. But if Slade played, like, seriously in tournaments, I mean, he memes in tournaments and still gets to semi-finals and finals and so forth. So if he played seriously, he'd be absolutely unstoppable. So Gobbo v Carson is either they're waiting for it to kick off, or they've just finished. Let's have a little look. I'd assume they would have just finished by the number of games played, right? Maybe not. I'll drop them a message, just let them know that I've... Oh no, it looks like Gobbo Slayer's not in the... Oh, there he is. Oh, they're just about to play their game. Okay. Cool, I'm gonna ask Gobbo Slayer if he minds if we spectate his game, because we'll obviously be playing the winner. If not, we'll just do a quick battle while we wait. And see what he says. See what he says. How is our boy Consular Rome doing in the tournament? Let's have a little look. He is... got knocked out by Noob for Life, which is pretty tough matchup for him to start with. It looks like he's up against someone soon. Cool. Let's spectate for now and just ask if they're cool with me spectating. If not, of course, that's fine, if they don't want to reveal any builds or anything. Hey, Gobbo. Is it cool if I spectate? It's a rubber duck. And then we'll see when his opponent pops in. Let's have a little drink to keep me alive. Oh, I've got something really cool to show you guys, though, actually. Before I do that, I'll talk about next Thursday. I was actually speaking to my friend about that Palpatine. Valheim. I know nothing about it. Someone told me it's like Minecraft where you actually get to attack stuff as well. And it's like Viking themed, so I may stream some. I don't know. But it sounds pretty cool. So if you have any more information about it, let me know. Cool. Carstein says he needs 2 minutes. That's fine, but they're fond of me. Thanks, guys. They're cool with me spectating. So that's all cool. So we'll watch this game before we hop in. Oh man, the worldwide tournament's insane. There's like thousands of games. Someone did the maths. You need to spend like 23 years if you were casting a game a day to cast all of the Warhammer World Championship event, which we're also streaming part of. I'm playing in it as well, having a lot of fun. And if we get knocked out in the next round, which is quite possible if you come against Goblin Slayer, I'll PM some of the guys in my group, see if they fancy a couple of games, which would be pretty fun. But yeah. So Death Before Dishonor. Season 7, qualifier number 2 is starting next Thursday, 4 PM GMT. Let me drop you a quick link to that. I actually have to open up a link myself. And you guys, it's free for anyone to enter. There's unlimited amount of people coming in. If you win, you get moved through to the grand finals, where there normally is kind of like a monetary prize or a duck prize, something like that, maybe like a duck themed prize. It does depend, but let's quickly open up the link for that. So hopefully this link will work for you guys. So as a link to Death Before Dishonor, but before we move on, let's show you this. So this came in the post this morning. Let's get my camera working. Boop, there we go. Look at this. Dun 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 dun. Finally arrived. I have a Game of Thrones calendar for this year with some ridiculously cool artwork on it with the dragons and the guy trying to tame them in the middle. I don't think you guys will be able to see the zoomed in pictures of stuff, to be honest. My camera is a little small down here. But yeah, it's pretty exciting news. So that has arrived. So it's been a good day so far. Mainly because I'm ridiculously unorganized, so actually having a calendar, I was like, maybe, just maybe will keep me a little bit more up to speed and organized. But let's get rid of the my ugly mug now, and boop, down we go. And we wait on these 2 champs. Let's go into the correct Discord just in case they're chatting away in there. Well, it looks like he's trying to find the lobby, can't find it. I'll let those guys add each other and sort themselves out. Valheim is actually a really fun game. Most fun I've had in a game that's not Warhammer 2 for a while. Awesome. So what do you do in it, Palpatine? Literally, someone gave me a vague description of, like, similar to Minecraft in a sense that it's like a world-building event. I don't know if there's quests or anything in it, where you kind of can create your own stuff, build, do quests, that kind of stuff. Duck's a classy guy. I only bought the Major Kill Warhammer hentai calendar. That's hilarious, Double D. I ordered a Legend of Zelda calendar a month ago and it never arrived. The rage. I'd be fuming, man. I'll definitely chase them up on that. If it was on Amazon, they're pretty good at getting back to you and getting refunds and stuff sent to you again. I only saw a bit of Major Kill stuff like a long time ago. He seemed like a real cool dude, though. Yeah, it's a Song of Ice and Fire calendar, so it's actually artwork based off the books, so there's not like the actors on there or something. I still really enjoyed the Game of Thrones TV show. Like, it definitely faded. As someone who likes dialogue quite a lot, there's notable drops and it got a bit worrying. Kind of, even like parts of season 5, but season 6 and onwards. It was still fun, it was a good spectacle. Cinematography is amazing, that cannot be denied. Set design amazing, costumes amazing, acting still pretty good, although with more stale dialogue it is harder to act, as seen by someone like Hayden Christensen in the Star Wars films. Like there's some lines you can't save. But I still enjoyed it. It was still a fun event in Game of Thrones. I still enjoyed the last season despite everyone hating it. But it did leave a little bit of a sour taste in the mouth, I must admit. But I'm so hyped for like the prequel they're doing, and kind of that stuff going forward. But if you guys are really interested in like the Game of Thrones-esque dialogue, like really well written characters and so forth, I highly recommend Black Sails. My God, that show has some of the best writing in I've seen. I'm just waiting for Carstein to hop in here. No problem, awesome. I think Carstein can't find the game. Looks like these boys are me on Schwesterhafen. Okay, so Palpatine has blessed us with some knowledge here. So in Valheim, you get dropped in a world, and there's 5 bosses that you must defeat. After each boss, you go to a new biome, I think that's over there, and unlock new materials. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. So I believe it's in early access at the moment. So can you do the 5 bosses in early access, and they're going to expand, or is that kind of the end goal? You can also play co-op with up to 10 players. That sounds very fun. How they managed to duck the books up. I love the use of the word duck there, by the way. And not introduce stuff like Lady Stoneheart. It's actually a cover for Dorian Snakes and Nocturne. Yeah, like, I understand taking out the Lady Stoneheart for filming reasons. It's like a storyline which may go further, but like isn't necessarily essential. You can kind of, as you see, they kind of give roles to other people a little bit, but I don't know why they did it. Like, they could have fleshed it out way more. They rushed it, and they could have added in Lady Stoneheart, added in another season or two, and hoped that George R. R. Martin would have finished the books in time. In the end, he didn't. You know, he wouldn't have caught up. So, you know, maybe it's not the worst decision then to cut Lady Stoneheart, but I understand she's kind of a big part of the books. But yeah, some of the other stuff they butchered is a bit... I've only read the first 2 books, and I'm partway through book 3, but I stopped for a while, read the first 2 Witcher books. I've read a few graphic novels now called Adventure Zone, which is really fun. And if you D&D guys out there, it's based off a podcast of D&D. It's really well kind of drawn and kind of brought to life as well. And also The Last Kingdom is a series I started. I read the first book, and I kind of plan on reading all of them through straight. I might bounce between some Witcher and Game of Thrones books in between. Looks like they are here. I was just about to message it to you. I banned first, right? Yes, sir. Cool, looks like these guys are good to go. Somehow everyone had a different opinion so far, yeah. Picks and bans can get a bit crazy. So there are 5 bosses in early access, but I think they will add more before the final version. Oh yeah, David. Euron, I've seen there's a YouTuber called AltX, I think his name is. He did really good breakdowns on the Game of Thrones books, the TV shows, all that kind of stuff. But in general, he's just a real top-notch kind of analyst, I suppose, might be the right word, of TV shows and stuff, real good stuff. He did, there's a show with Travis Fimmel as one of the main characters recently. I want to say it's called Raised by Wolves, where he did a breakdown of that as well, which was top-notch. And his video on Euron Greyjoy, I was like, what? Euron's like this mad guy trying to become a demigod with blood rituals and stuff. In the show, he's just kind of this cocky maniac. Cool. So Goblin Slayer has banned... so Carstein has banned Vampirates, does not like the Pirate Boys. I do not blame him. I get a lot of PTSD from when they were crazy OP still. Goblin Slayer is going to ban High Elves, and Carstein gets a pick and ban from now on. Yeah, I'll have to give Valheim a look, Palpatine. Is it on Steam Early Access? How do you access the Early Access? There are also some pretty good prequels to Song of Ice and Fire called The Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Yeah, I've got Amazon Prime, so I think I get a book a month free on audiobook. So I was actually going to... I don't really listen to audiobooks, like kind of book in my hand, but I was going to experiment and try listening to them on audiobook, I think. But I want to read the main series, you know, paperback in hand type thing. But yeah, Valheim. We could definitely do a stream next week, maybe. Maybe we could do that for the Tuesday stream, because I've got an operation in the morning about 10. I'm going to have to somehow get home, but it'll only take like an hour, I think. And then I've got to keep my foot up, so Valheim could be a good way if it's a pretty chill game to jump into. So, Carstein picks Empire, bans Greenskins. Gobbo Slayer is going to be going to Bretonia. I'll add a screen blocker just in case. I don't think these guys even know we're streaming. But I think it's the safe thing to do, because we can see Gobbo's build. So let's add the Lord of the Ducks in the way. So there's no sneaky sniping. I'm very excited for the next step before the summer though, Qualified 2, which shall be Thursday, because I think the last one had the most players we've ever had in. We had like 40-something players sign up. Of course, people drop out and stuff, so you don't necessarily get that many people playing the actual whole event, but I think we had like, low 40s competing, which is just wild. So if we can eventually push up to the 50 mark, I think we'll be doing rather well. It is a pretty big commitment though, the tournaments. They do go on for hours and hours and hours because we get so many people, so it's kind of a gift and a curse. And that's why in Death Before Dishonor I'm never going to do like a 2-bracket situation, because my god, the tournament would last a day. You know, it would never really... I've learnt my lesson. We did a clan war once, which was just ridiculous. It went on for like 5 hours or something, which is a bit too much. A bit too much. Yeah, in case there's any like third-party sniping and that kind of stuff, which I'm sure there won't be. I don't even think these guys know we're streaming. Obviously, I did do YouTube for a while. I don't know if he's continued that. He had some cool stuff. I saw him do Lord Master Sotek's campaign challenge at one point, which I think was to complete Grom's campaign as quickly as possible. I think you could do it in 2 turns, but someone figured out you could do it. There's someone else who figured you could do it on 2 turns, but after the tournament had closed, unfortunately. So they didn't get the joys of doing it. Let's check Discord quickly, as I'm sure I have some new messages. We do, but nothing of import, so that's good. Let's hop back in. Then the prequels are not getting directed by the guys who did the standard films, or standard TV show, David. They no longer have control. I think it's HBO who have the rights to it. I know George R. R. Martin said he's going to be pretty heavily involved in the script work this time round, like he was with the earlier seasons of Game of Thrones. I think they can try and do that consistently throughout. They got a bit more leeway, which is both good and bad, because there's a lot less written, at least dialogue-wise, about the events. So there's a book called Fire and Blood, I believe, which is all about the stuff they're going to delve into, but there's not necessarily like a huge amount of dialogue and scenes and stuff, so they're going to have to invent a lot of it themselves, and hopefully, obviously, run it all by George R. R. Martin. Looks like card sign is ready. Oh, do you have to pre-order it, Palpatine, to get the early access? I'd be rather sneaky with them. But still, understandable. Ooh, that's a nice little stretch. But, if they cast Travis Fimmel, there's a rumour Travis Fimmel is going to be cast as this Targaryen prince, I think, who they like fight. I can't remember exactly. My memories are all fog of it, but they're like on top of a dragon fighting someone else on top of a dragon, and they like yeet off onto the enemies. And I think they all end up dying or something most likely. But if they cast him, I'll be very happy, because I'm a big fan of his work in the Vikings as Ragnar Lothbrok and other shows I've seen him in. But that was only rumoured casting, it hasn't come to light. All the other people they've cast, some of them are pretty good actors I respect quite a lot, and some of them are kind of unknown, so we'll have to wait and see. But no one has got me like super excited yet. Why did they never launch a decent Game of Thrones game? There was one, I believe, which was the multiple choice one. Telltales, I want to say it's called. There was like a Walking Dead one, Game of Thrones one. Apparently that was really good. But they never released a good open world game, which makes no sense. It's like, there's so much. It's easy, just set it in the prequels. I really want to see the prequels to see like a young Ned and Robert just smashing stuff. But anyway, guys, back to Warhammer, what we're here for. We have Spinner Arms and Peasant Mobs, cheap and cheerful chaff, dotted all the way through the front of the line for the force of Bretonia and Gobbo Slayer. Speaking of Game of Thrones, we have Beric Dondarrion's buddies here, the Holy Wardens, with their flaming swords and frenzy. More men-at-arms as well dotted along, so a little bit more kind of stomach to the rest of the build, apart from that peasantry front line. Like a ton of cavalry, as to be expected. Gobbo Slayer knows his knights, and he's one of the best players of the game, so his micro's on point. Quest Knights, of course, anti-infantry, so it looks like he has them along there. We have the defenders of Fleur de Lis. We have more Quest Knights, Knights of the Realm. Double filled trebuchet as well, or triple. And this is really good play here by the Bretonnians, what you do. So if you saw my Bretonnian game earlier, what my opponent's mistake was, he clumped all his archers and trebuchets together in one blob. Here you can see they've spread out. If the enemy want to shut them down, they're going to have to grind for a lot of peasants, as well as cavalry, cycle charging. Damsel life, of course, Earthblood, and oh my god. Earthblood and the Dwellers Below, what a madman. And King Leon Kerr up on top of Beaky here, kind of all his good normal stuff to make him impenetrable and a real pain in the butt. For the force of the Empire, we have Spearmen dotted all the way along the battle line with Swordsmen as well. Sigma Sons mixed in here, who are still pretty cheap and cheerful, but not quite as cheap as their fellows. Flagellants, very cheap and aggressive. They're unbreakable fanatics of Sigma, of course. We have the Silver Bullets in the central pocket, a large cavalry contingent, double Empire Knights, Demigryph Knights with Halberdiers, which is a bit of a mistake. I think the Lancers actually trade a little bit better. And we also have the Royal Aldorf Gryphites down on the right-hand side here. Jade Wizard, and up in the skies, Karl Franz. So you can see both players going for a similar style of play up in the skies. The King and the Emperor, with two little healing wizards down low. Unfortunately, for the force of the Empire, what have they invested all their money in? I guess the Demigryph Knights took away a lot of their money here. So the Royal Aldorf Gryphites, Demigryphs are very expensive, and they're going to have to lug themselves forwards. It's not a particularly wide build either, so they're going to have a big trouble of, yeah, we can shut down this trebuchet, but the entire time this one's going to be shooting at us, and this one's going to be shooting at us if it wills up quick enough. They take some cover behind this house, and he can't spread too thin. If the Empire do spread really thin here and try and shut down all three targets in one go, you're just going to get cycle charged into oblivion. Britannia are masters of the cavalry game. And it looks like those Empire Knights have taken a few rocks to the face so far. They're trying to loop all the way up and around the edge of the map here to sneak in on his opposition. Demigryph Knights as well, even lining up, so perhaps going to see a big fat flank overload. Empire Knights are going to say hello to some Peasant Mobs. Peasant Mobs are not going to be saying hello back. They're going to be running for their lives, and I do not blame them. Actually, no, they turn to fight and scare off the Peasants, funny enough. The Royal Aldorf Gryphites have taken an absolute pounding, and yes, they're getting healed up, which is a bit of a mistake because you can't resurrect these models. That Earthblood probably didn't actually heal them up that much. Karl Franz going to have to get aggressive here. There's no bowman, so if he thinks he can take the mighty King Leon Kerr up in the skies, he should definitely do it. He's got Garmraz, he's got all his big old buffs. Down here, nice 2-for-1 action. Empire Knights get clattered by Questing Knights. Lovely counter-charge coming by the Empire player, although Sword of Crone does go down on them, and they are forced back before getting a nice cheeky heal and a regrowth. And in comes the King. This is the time to strike. Turn your Demigryph Knights around, engage the King, get Karl Franz in here, get everyone on top, and assassinate this King. To show him once and for all the Emperor is the true way to go. King Leon Kerr does pop the Lion Shield, making him an absolute world beater. Half health as half leadership as well, but does manage to escape up into the skies. Franz just get on top of him and chase him. Empire Knights now slaughtering peasants and Holy Wardens wherever they go. The rest of the battle line is going rather even here. Empire holding the line, not doing a terrible job, but in come the Questing Knights, lancing charges straight into the Sigma Sons. They have no spears, but they are unbreakable, so at least they're going to hold back the enemy for a long time. Silver Bullets are now unleashing hell upon the Holy Wardens, but they want to switch their target priority. Shoot these defenders, shoot the cavalry. They are the threat. Ignore the ground troops. Your cavalry can pummel them into dust at the end of the day. Karl Franz did a decent little number on the King. The King does have regeneration. It'd be a pretty interesting fight up in the sky, but this is a disaster. The one thing you can't do is get charged by one of these guys. If the King charges you, you're in big trouble. Karl Franz not able to escape at this moment. Looks like we don't have Foe Seeker popped on the King, but Foe Seeker has been popped on Franz, and into the Silver Bullets he drags him. Really nice play here by the Empire, and you can see the King takes massive burst damage. Franz can now turn around, and the chase begins anew. Over down here on this flank, Empire Knights clatter into Questing Knights. Now, on the charge, they'll still be able to do decent damage, despite the fact they are, of course, much lower tier cavalry. Silver Bullets are just annihilating the King right now, doing some really good work. Karl Franz continues to chase. Looks like he's going to get dragged into the ground here, up against double Questing Knights, which is pretty scary stuff. Empire Knights are here to support. Some of these Spearmen should disengage, drag themselves over, and help engage. Very close fight so far. One thing going really well for Gobbo Slayer is he has the triple trebuchet. He's completely untouched and completely fine at the moment, and massive damage to these Demigryphs. It's so expensive, it's really scary. Silver Bullets are probably going to be a focus for attention now as well. Down here on the low ground, the King, Leon Kerr, is just ridiculous tankly. He has regeneration, 2,900 health right now. Stand your ground has been popped by Karl Franz. There's a lot of knights in here fighting side by side, though are the Sigma Sons. And the Demigryphs need to get their booties moving. It looks like they have now pulled over. They're going to get a fat Earthblood, which is really nice for them. But at the same time, there's a big Earthblood coming from Britannia. Bit of friendly fire from the Trebuchet, slaying a few of their own knights. Real key engagement this in the central pocket. If a Sword of Crone goes down, then there's going to be big problems. Dwellers Below A spell you never see is coming in. It's hitting both of the demigryphs. The king is actually going after them as well, ignoring Karl Franz. You're not worthy of my time. I am a king. What is an emperor to a king? What is a king to a god? Who knows? But the roll out of Gryphites and demigryphs have been dealt a final blow. And with that, Gobbo Slayer is going to be sealing victory. Lovely fight, though, from the Empire. Up against a really tough opponent. Some bullets are now dealt with. And it could have gone either way. There were some real clutch moments by both players. The king managing to survive. A lovely sword of Crone coming down here as well, just to force off Karl Franz. But the king managing to escape that early engagement down on the low ground. Consistent pressure from the trebuchets was what swung this in Gobbo Slayer's favour. And this is bad news, guys, because guess what? We've now got to face Gobbo Slayer. It could be terrible. Oh no, did I leave? Oh my god, I left the blocker up the entire time. Oh no. Oh no! Why didn't you message me on Steam? Oh well. Oh well. Luckily, guys, you didn't want to see that game anyway, because we weren't playing in it. Oh, that is a shame. That was an amazing game as well. Oh no, I just did a Turin. Oh, I did a Turin. No! I've just seen screen blocker all the way along. You're not Turin, you can't do this. It was a cool battle. It was a cool battle. You guys missed an awesome battle. Oh no, the shame. I've only done that once before. I got 14 messages from Ben the barman saying screen blocker. Oh, the shame of it. I will hop in lobby. Gobbo. Oh, Logic, you should have sent me a text. Maybe you did, maybe you did. Man, Duck Frodo was too powerful. He was too powerful. I apologise in advance. Well, in hindsight. I'm just trying to be like Turin. I need to get those screen blockers in. You must grow a mullet as punishment now. My hair's getting pretty bad. All the barbers are closed currently. Of course, we're on lockdown still in the UK. But it's not quite mullet level. It's getting close. You managed to catch it, Blackfall. You managed to miss an entire game with the screen blocker up. But luckily, I wasn't playing. We are in the second bracket, but somehow Gobbo Slayer has found himself in the second bracket. I think he had a really tough first game up against Voidlulz. Hey, champ. But at least you heard the beautiful speech. Pop Palpatine saying, don't worry, I did some commentary about the screen blocker. See, Pop Palpatine's always got my back. It's fine. I will learn. Yeah, I've only done it once before. Like, ages ago. Ages ago when I first started, and I've never done it since, because I'm always so scared of it. But I got a little excited, because it wasn't us playing today. What tournament is this? This is Logic's Battle Mania, I believe it is. So you have 2 lives. You get knocked down a bracket, which we lost to Noob for Life. Last time we beat him, and we managed to win the tournament. But this time we lost to him, and I think that may cost us, because now we're up against Gobbo Slayer, who's a pretty scary combatant. Looks like I pick and ban first, and we're on the disgusting map of Crossroads. I hate Crossroads. It's far. It's huge. So it looks like I ban first. So let's ban Skaven. So I do not like Skaven. Claim a rule break. What's up, Pugnabon? How's it going, buddy? Hascast free. Oh, so I don't. Dolph hasn't responded. So it's I don't know if he took it too well. Me and a couple of the guys got together, and we did a Vampire Count mirror match. Against each other in a free-for-all. We made like a little love heart on Valentine's Day, and we sent it to Darv because he hates undead, and he just hasn't responded. So hopefully it's all good. I banned Skaven as well. Good choice. I shall go Lizardmen. Oh, should we go Lizardmen? What do you guys want to see? Like that I'm actually okay with. Yeah, Crossroads is... I do not like this map whatsoever. I don't really place it in tournaments normally. I understand why. It's like a nice flat map, but like, it's disgusting. It's like Prague. I occasionally put Prague in there, but I only put one map in a thing. Oh, I'm still shook. I'm still shook after the screen blocker. Thanks guys for messaging me, but my messages don't pop up on Discord because otherwise it makes a really horrible noise and you guys would see them constantly. Messaging me on Steam's the best way, but I think I might be in offline mode. Yeah, the 4v4 unfortunately, I think my computer crashed or my internet lags. Quite guard. Right, we'll go Lizardmen. I shall go dinos. We've played them a lot this team, but I know you guys like some dinos. Ban VP, we have to. I think obviously could go Britannia here, could go Greenskins. It's fine. I'll be happy as long as I get to see anything. Yeah, as long as we can actually see the battle this time. I just like Prague Slope. Yeah, Prague and Crossroads are just Goblin Slayer is thinking. He's planning. He's plotting. Shall he deceive us? I'm not even going to pop a screen blocker this time. I trust Goblin Slayer. I'm not even going to bother. I'm actually going to check. Just double check now. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh man, for the next like 20 streams, you're going to see me sweating buckets. So he's going to go Empire. We could mix up a little bit, or we could go the build that we're comfortable with. Don't know what you guys think. So last time we went something a little like this. Although, Terran Riders are going to really struggle. The map's so huge. We're going to have to really slow roll it with them. But I'll see what you guys think about the build. So we can go something like this. A lot of convergence is good, but... we can even just go. Like something like this is typically quite good in this matchup. The trauma in his voice, man. I've got bad PTSD now from that. Got bad PTSD. Something like this can work, but I know people have been wanting Krokgar, which is doable. We can go Crocky G, but he just lacks the banishments and stuff, which is really huge here. So you sound like Crocky G, and then you bring in a either Beast Cast for Manticore Summons. It's probably the best bet. But then we do suffer up against Demigryph Knights quite heavily. Whereas with Mazda Mundi, we got Shield of the Old Ones, we net them, we banish them, we countercharge them. So I think the competitive choice is Maz. And just... We could be so sneaky. I don't know if it's worth it because we've got a lot of spells already. But we could net and then Kome Cassandora his Knights if they come in for a big power play. But I don't know. We could also cut these guys and just add in a freaking Carnosaur. Ah, no, we need you. To really counter the Knights. What are you guys thinking? Looks like Mr. Gobbet is ready. Because at least this way he's got 3 targets to shoot with cannons rather than just focus firing like 1 or 2 down. We need the javelins though to force off Outriders. So let's bring Comet Cassandora for the memes. And go for it. I really like some more troops though. Let's downgrade one of you, even though I actually quite like the Fire Leech Bowlers at the moment. They're really quick at clearing stuff. And just add you to counter skirmish cav. Gotta have fun. Screw it. We'll go with it. If it backfires, it backfires. If it works, it works. And I think the map's gonna bend us over a little bit, I'm afraid. If he just goes like 3 great cannons, we're gonna take so much damage on the approach. But at the same time, I suppose they got a maximum range, so at least we're getting a little while forward. Yeah, there's a load of matchups I didn't bring the Thunderous one. Like, it's just today, you've seen me bring him a lot, because of the matchups. But the Thunderous one is one of the most underrated units in the Lizardmen roster. It's so good. It's so good. Look at this map. Oh, just the plane of nothing. Also, we have to advance towards the little gun line. And let's look at my opponent's build. Yep, he's gone for a rather wide build. So I'm assuming probably a few layers. A few layers for formation. Cannons, handgunners, silver bullets, and Empire Knights. Unfortunately, we can't just jump on them with Pterodon Riders. Something you can do on this map is actually just, which I maybe should have done, is just go super ridiculously wide. Bring like a red crested skink chief. And go super cheap, super wide, and just swarm the Empire. But you have to be a bit careful there. I'm going to go for a flank overload. You'll be a little bit careful there because of cavalry. So I'm just going to have to use these guys a bit more defensively. We can't just jump straight onto Mr. Goblin Slayer's stuff. Just keep one all the way back. Make sure he's being honest and paying attention, because if he sees that I have Pterodon Riders in my own deployment zone, he might forget these guys' existence, and then we move them in late game. Yeah, so first screen blocker and now memeing against a much better player. Yeah, it's what you do. Okay, yeah, you guys already grouped. I mean, this build isn't like a meme, but netting and Comet Cassador is not a good spell might play-wise. Like, it's funny when it hits and does a lot of damage, but someone with Ghost Slayer's Micro is probably going to be able to dodge it, so we're just going to have to net him and pray. Pray. Yeah, like, I've won on this map before. I didn't think about it, but literally just a bucket ton of Saurus, skinks, red-crested skinks to help deal with cavalry, cheap characters, cheap casters, get a Manticore summon, and you just swarm the enemy gun line, which may have been better here. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're just having some fun. And there better not be a screen blocker. If there's a screen blocker on, someone punch me. Someone aggressively assault me. Okay, and it's basically everything we expected. Let's actually get you guys over. So, oh, Hellblaster volley guns! What a legend! What a legend. They're going to tear our big dinos, but not too much infantry that can stop us. Once we get close, but that's the problem here. You guys need to hustle your booties. There's another Volkmar, which is fine, as to be expected. I'm going to move all of you up. Like there. Just get super aggressive. Keep you guys this side. In case all his knights want to tussle. He does have a net, so he's going to be coming over trying to net us. Which means we just need to be a little careful with our large creatures. Not have them too close together. Oh god, we have so long to go still before we get to his line. We're already getting shot. Oh, this map. Which again, yeah, we knew what the map was, so it's not saying anything about any excuses or anything. Oh, they spot us! They spot us! Oh my god. Okay, we took out one Hellblaster though. Just straight it up and murdered it. Just fine. And now let's get our other guys in here. It's fine if he shoots that unit. Just go over here and shut this down, please. Just go. Just go. It's probably going to come with a net. So we're going to shield ourselves. We're going to heal ourselves. And we've got some punishment on you. Okay, it's cavalry play is going to punish us, but it's okay. It is okay. What are you doing, big boy? Let's get you over here. Why can't I set my midi? Start pushing over to this side. Let's see if we can apply a little bit of pressure. Skirmishers could be a problem late game for us, because we've used up a lot of our ammunition on other stuff. Let's come over here. Go up against enemy cavalry. Looks like his wizard managed to escape. Oh, maybe the net didn't go down. Oh, no, we need over here. Terror doing fine. I mean, they're suffering, but you're a Terror Rider. You know what you signed up for when you joined my force. I do abuse my Terror Riders a little bit. Cool. Let's pop a. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Come on, Cassandra, go, go, go! No, don't dodge, you coward! Coward, a real Empire player would have tanked the Comet at Cassandra. He ain't scared. He wouldn't have been scared. It's just a little comet to the face. Let's feast upon you. Scare you off. Come on, Big Maz, get your butt over here. We're gonna have to save some of our magic for over here. We really need to help out that Carnosaur. It's fine that he has Rampage. Shut you down. I'm not going too turbo considering it's against Gobbo Slayer, but he has a lot of troops returned to the field. And we basically have our big beasties left. Oh no, that might this thing. Save that for now. Normally it's a mistake trying to assassinate Volkmar, but I mean, when you've got the punch we have, it might be worth it. Yeah, we got him. Oh my god! Oh! Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Oh my god, that Ruination just killed like 3 units in one go. Mazdamundi still got 1 left in the tank. I'm telling you guys, he's the best lord in the Lizardmen roster by a mile. I forgot to save my other games. Oh well, versus Gobbo. Oh my god. That was, yeah, I mean, the Hellblasters, despite the fact one of them got annihilated early on by the rock drop from the Regiment Renowned, which, for those who don't know, the reason you bring these guys, their rock drop is disgustingly powerful, and it wipes out all 3 artillery pieces in one go. Everyone did quite good, though, against nice value. Volkmar suffered here a little bit. I actually quite like his build. I guess these guys were pistolers, not outriders. I thought they were outriders, so they'd do more damage. They didn't actually end up causing too much havoc. Mazdamundi, 15k damage dealt, 2,300 damage value. He's a scary beast. Thunderous one as well, 10k damage dealt, 2,200 value. And yeah, the Pterodons just did fantastic. I like adding in the Feral Carnosaur here, rather than the 2 Knights. He just packs such a punch. 4.4k damage dealt, 1,400 damage value. I mean, it's just useful because it gives your opponent more targets to shoot, and they have to suffer. I got lazy with my meme build. Great game, man. Fun game. He also, he went pretty mean, bringing those Hellblasts and stuff. We'll do, hopefully, face you again soon. But behind every meme, I mean, there's still, like, a good use to it, you know? Like, our Comet, technically, if I had dropped a net, probably would have done, like, a lot of damage still. We didn't really need Comet because we already have Ruination of Cities and Banishment. But, you know, it can do a lot of great damage despite that. And Hellblasters are a bit of a meme, but you can see one got over 1,000 damage value. It really shreks large creatures, but luckily we could swarm it and break it down. Yeah. Just Thunderous 1, Lord Mazdamundi. You got healing, you got shields, you got banishments and ruinations to shut down range play from like silver bullets and stuff that do a lot of damage to you. You'll see this combo a lot in my builds. They're just so powerful. There's a few matchups where I don't bring it, like Tomb Kings, where I think something like Krogar's better. But anyway, let's go update the bracket. So we are still in the tournament despite taking a loss. So let's quickly update our score. I think I picked quick battles in the title as well, but I don't think we're going to get to any, I'm afraid. And let's see. We're waiting for Nick Knott, they've started playing, luckily, and Extraordinary Life of Felix, who we actually knocked out in the first round with our Lizardmen, so he might get a bit of PTSD. We're going to be on Alpine Ridge. If we win that, we're up against Deadly Bunnies. And if we beat that, I'm not even sure where it goes from here. We'll improvise. We'll improvise as we go. So let's open our lobby. Ducky versus whoever. Or versus. Do they both have a similar name or something that I can pop in? Not really. Ducky versus. We'll just leave it at that. Password 123. It looks like it's going to be Alpine Ridge as well. So still we fight. Still we fight. I think we've been streaming for about 2 hours, guys. So hopefully you've been enjoying so far. If you have, feel free to hit that big old thumbs up button. It really honestly does help push out to more people. It's the way YouTube kind of sorts out their algorithm and stuff. It's like a number of people watching, thumbs up, comments, all that kind of normal stuff. If you are new, why don't you hop in, press that little subscribe button. It grants you the blessing of a duck for a full year, which is pretty crazy stuff. And, of course, you get to see more content from me. And we'll simply wait for our opponent. So if they go on for like a little while longer, we can always do a quick battle. But so I think the lesson learned so far is we're undefeated with Lizardmen. We lost when we didn't go Lizardmen. So that's, and we lost up against Lizardmen as well, which is obviously terrible for us. But it's all good. Have you played any games for the World Championship already? I have only played up against one opponent. We've been a bit slow and organised and stuff. I'm going to try and get to it a lot more next week. I'm working all weekend, but maybe Sunday evening some games. But yeah, I played one opponent, won both games. So in the World Championship Series, you play every opponent twice, and then the top 5 in the groups go through. I believe there's 10 players per group. And we played one, managed to win both games. So I'll look to see if any of those guys have actually messaged me or anything. Nope, doesn't look like it, so I might play Madara later today, or Kamikaze, who said he was a fan of the channel, actually, which is... I always find it weird. The weirdest thing happened to me today. So Raptor, who's... You've probably seen in chat quite a few times already. He sent me a video someone had made, and I did a reaction video to the Total War Warhammer 3 trailer drop-in, and someone's, like, collected a load of reaction videos, and, like, the cams we used in them, and have, like, made them all into, like, a completion, or compilation, of, like, reactions to it, and I'm on it. It's really weird to see. But it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. So let's just let the guys know. So it's Necknot and Extraordinary. I'm just going to drop them a little message. Lobby is up for the winner. Cool. We can actually, let's go very quickly, see if we can see their game to make sure it's underway. There it is. Necknot versus Felix. Looks like their game is currently underway. It's on Crossroads. It may take a little while. But, we will host anyway. And we'll get the next game going straight away. I watched that video. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I don't know, it's so bizarre. My mic was quite low for it though, so Let's go Alpine Ridge. Really good map for Lizardmen, funnily enough. But we'll try and switch up, maybe. Maybe. We'll see how my opponent goes. I think we already played the first guy of Lizardmen, if he gets through Felix. In which case, we'll maybe whip out the Wood Elves or something. Maybe Chaos, just to please Palpatine. And while I'm here, I will drop the bracket so you guys can see the madness which is currently playing. So there's the bracket for this one. And if you do enjoy playing in tournaments and want to get involved in them a little bit more, I'm going to drop a link to my own tournament as well, which is going to be playing next Thursday, starting at 4 PM GMT. If you win the tournament, you get put through to a grand finals. That is 4 qualifiers all round, and there's normally a monetary prize. I think the last couple of times we've had $50 donated to us, which we've used as a prize, which is really cool. Or we might do some more duck-themed prizes as well. So top challenge link there is to the current tournament, and the bottom one is to the my own one coming next Thursday. And let's have a little look. See if the guys have responded to the message. Not yet. So we're just waiting on them. Let's have a little big stretch and grab a sip of water just so I can survive a little while longer. Don't want to become oh god, my mind's frazzling. A dehydrated duck. So guys, by the way, I got some pretty cool news. I am planning on doing a Wood Elves Ultimate Tactics guide, like I did, or Ultimate Faction guide, like I did with the Mighty Force of the Lizardmen. I know a little less about Wood Elves than I do Lizardmen. They're by far my most knowledgeable faction, so I am asking a few top Wood Elf players for builds as well, and once they'll get back to me, we'll get that going, so hopefully they'll be out later next week. But I'm currently just a huge fan of the Sisters. They're so powerful. I actually, 9 times out of 10, I didn't even bring them on the Dragon. I just had them on their illegal. Something like that can work really well. And they're relatively cheap. They almost always get their value back. Ariel's a little too powerful, but okay, I'll delve into that a little bit more when we do get into the actual faction guide itself. Come on, lads, I believe in you. I don't know if they started before or after me. I think they started at the same time, roughly. Oh, looks like Extraordinary Life for Felix actually knocked out Consul of Rome. That's a big scab for him to take. Consul is a scary player. A very mighty competitor. Yeah, if we win this, we go up against Deadly Bunnies, who we played last time. And I don't know if that's on stream, because it looks like that's the semi-finals. We're in the quarterfinals right now, maybe. So yeah, I think if we win this, we might be on stream. Which, we'll see how it goes. If Logic's streaming and we have to wait like 3 or 4 games before we get to play, what I'll probably do is end the stream there and go eat some food while I wait, because it's getting a little late here and I've got work tomorrow morning. But if we're straight in, I'll keep streaming. We'll keep bounding through. But not gonna lie, pretty happy with the tournament run so far. Beating some very good players. Surprised we managed to beat Gobo Slayer, but he did meme me a little bit as well. I got knocked out by Mighty New for Life, who's super scary anyway, regardless. Look at him, Nakai, the mighty Nakai. So glorious. But sorry about the dying time here. Obviously, just waiting for the players to finish their match. And looks like they're still ongoing. We can hop out. Double check they're still playing. Oh. They may have finished. Because it was in the red before, I think. Yeah, it looks like it's done. It's full, but they're not playing anymore. So, that's good news for us. Looks like we are ready to rumble. So let's host and get ready. They might be just chatting about their game a little bit. Let's go Alpine Ridge. There we go. And we will await. I wonder who won. Who beat Neeknot early on in the first rounds? Oh, Suave. Oh no, he beat Suave. Oh god. He got 10 out by Voidlord, so he's probably a very good player if he's managed to knock out Suave. So either way, it's going to be a tough fight, but it looks like we've got a rematch of our first game. Extraordinary Life of Felix is going to meet us on the battlefield once more. I cannot remember who he brought in round 1. We were Lizardmen. Who did he go? Who knows? But he's probably going to ban Lizardmen this time, I'd assume. We can invite him to the party. Who was that? Who did we play in the first matchup? Hello, my favourite duckling, says Longarstein. Hope you're great. I'm doing really good, man. We're having a lot of fun. We're in the middle of a tournament right now. A tournament which is best of 1 knockouts, but you have 2 lives. We did lose 1 life up against Noob for Life, but managed to counter punch back, take out Gobbo Slayer, and we're still rocking and rolling. But once you go down to the bottom bracket, it's really hard to win, because if you get to the finals, you have to win 2 games in a row, which is pretty scary stuff. So I'll have to see if we can manage it. Hey, bud. The rematch. I feel like he was Empire, and we were Dinos. Let's have a look. It looks like I will be banning first, maybe. I'll ban, he'll ban, and then I ban and pick. Okay. We both have come a long way. Yeah. Still a while to go, yeah. Let's make it epic. So I think I ban first again. In which case I'm just going to do my silent ban Skaven, because I just don't like facing them. In general, them and Vampirates are pretty disgusting, but I'd rather face Vampirates than the Skaven. Top bracket bans. Am I top bracket? I am indeed. I've been for pretty much every game, apart from 1, I think. And I shall ban Skaven, because get them out of here. Get those disgusting ratties out of here. Alpine Ridge is a cool map, though. It allows for a lot of rush factions. I ban Lizardmen. No! No! He's banned our mighty Lizardmen. Psych. Oh no, okay. So he's banned Lizardmen. We still have Dwarfs in our back pocket, so not to worry. If he goes Lizardmen and bans Dwarfs, though, we could be in big trouble. Oh, we've got to pick and ban, don't we? Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. We could go Dowie, but there's so many hard counters left on the field for them. I'm new to the game, but I want very much to participate in such tourneys. In due time, I will learn the game. Hell yeah, man, Von Carlstein, you can learn. Like, feel free to join my Discord as well. I think you might already be in there. But we do tournaments, and tournaments like this are great as well, because you get 2 lives. Even if you get knocked out, you can continue to keep playing a few games. So it's some good practice. Just going to double check, but I'm 99% sure now I pick and ban right. Yeah. It's already banned Skaven. So we could go Dwarfs. Ban High Elves. Seems good to me. We've got rid of Skaven, which is one of our worst matchups. Greenskins is a little rough. So is Dark Elves. But I think it's doable. Oh, Palpatine tempting us for the dark side. You know what? I trust in the Dark Lord. He may be scheming to overthrow us. Chaos. Ban Lizardmen. I think we're going to ban Lizardmen here. Beastmen, Bretonia is kind of fine. Dark Elves kind of fine. Dwarfs kind of fine. We've already got rid of Skaven, who I don't like facing in general. Yeah, I think we ban Lizardmen. No dinos today. No dinos this game. This is where Palpatine's like, I give you build! And then we're like, okay, we go Chaos, and then he just goes blank, goes silent. Okay, I'm gonna make sure there's no screen blocker up. I don't care about him stream sniping me. I got so much worry, so much stress from that. And if we win this, we're up against Deadly Bunnies, which may be streamed, may not. I think it will be, because I think it's a semi-final. I'll have to ask Logic. I do play Chaos now and again. Oh, I should have banned Counts. Yeah, Counts is pretty terrible. But I mean, so is Lizardmen. Counts, the problem with Counts is they beat you in the air and they beat you in the ground. But we have a trick or two up our sleeve if he does go counts, which again is based off a Palpatine build, which is all about winning the air game. To be honest, I've only played Norsca so far, but it's kind of sad that they're the only faction that has no strategy options. They do one thin charge head-to-head. That is true. They are one of the best at it, though. Norsca are one of the best swarm factions in the entire game. They're very powerful in the meta as well, so you don't have to worry too much. Oh, crap. Okay, he went Vampire Counts. I fell into that trap. I fell into the Vampire Counts trap. So this is going to be very tough. Oh, Bonnie's had to head out. Oh, no. That sucks. Well, I think we may be a bit doomed here anyway. We've kind of walked ourselves into a rather vicious trap. Let's open up the screen block, actually, just in case. But I'm going to be paranoid, so I should hopefully spot it this time. Any words of wisdom? Palpatine, now's the time, now's the hour. I think we may struggle here, though. How much can we meme, though? No, that's too much. That's too much. What do you guys think? What do you guys think for Chaos? I feel like it's going to be mainly pain and suffering. Could we do a similar to my Norsca build? My Norsca build, you actually like box up with them and with big mammoth and stuff. We could do a Kolak, I suppose. Five aspiring champions. Really? What do they do? I thought they were pretty trash, to be honest. The problem like this is you're using a build that you're not familiar with, so maybe it's better to go something I know, but equally, maybe not. But these standard like exalted heroes on Manticore with a sorcerer can be pretty disgusting. I normally take them pretty naked apart from the Mark of Corn, just to save a little bit of monies. It's an interesting approach to say the least. I don't know how the aspiring champions do here. I don't think they do very well. I mean, they do magic damage, which helps them. They got encourage as well. I've got to get a little bit off my screen. How many... Oh no, that'd be too many single entities. I was going to go Ferroman scores as well. So I am right, Senpai Palpatine. Just going to check banner rules quickly. For a cycle I want to bring. But I like the ideas you're throwing at me, guys. Keep them coming. 4 of them, cool. Oh, 0 gold build. 0 gold build. Unlimited power, says Von Carstein there. Let's see how it goes. We got a build ready. 0 gold. Ready to rumble. Just gonna remind myself, screen blocker is up. So I need to take it down. Good luck, have fun. Looks like he's good to go. So now we'll take away the screen blocker in advance. Boop. And we've done it. We've gone for your guys' approach. We have 4 Horse Masters, 2 throw-in axes, a load of aspiring champions to hold the line. Going to burn the head over top of them as well because of the low model count. But who knows? We're learning as we go. This will be a fun experiment regardless for people out there who want to play Chaos. We can give it a little trial. Our opponent is a very good player though. He's done good to get this far. We managed to beat him early on, but that of course was with our dinosaurs. On a good day, like with my dinosaurs, I feel like relatively like comfortable with them. Like I can take on a decent amount of players with them. Of course, I can easily lose with them, but it certainly helps to have a faction you're super comfortable with.
So be it. Runner, horseman.
So
Noble's pestilent
we're actually going to take Ferret Will off, because we're going to have to hit all the big beasties.
I am exalted. Marauder horseman. Your will. Runner, horseman.
Spread them out a little bit.
I am the
So it's a bit more for my opponent to think about.
Your will.
And of course we have a Sorcerer Lord. Before we go any further, even though I know I've taken off, I'm going to double check. Yeah, we're fine. Look at him. Oh, it's so cool anyway, like the double-headed dragon. Yeah, we've got Burning Head, Flaming Sword of Ruin, just to help buff up some of our troops. So, I mean, honestly, dropping that on top of the Horse Masters isn't the worst idea if we can pin in place one of his large creatures, because they tend to have a weakness to fire damage in general, and we've got that nice base weapon damage, the base missile damage buff as well. Exalted Heroes, these guys are naked apart from their Mark of Khorne, which gives them the immune psychology, which is very useful here. Better melee attack, better charge bonus, all that good stuff. But only when their leadership is above 50%. Oh, what, like, you're feeling a little bit more of a, I suppose this will really help out the, burning heads and so forth. What's up, Ragnarok? How's it going, buddy? Hope you're all good in the hood. Thank you, Von Karstein. This could be the last game of the stream if we lose. If we win, we will continue going, of course. Got a few bits I need to finish today. I've already pre-recorded the weekend's games, though, so no worry there. With some really cool stuff on the cards. I feel like this is going to be a lot of micro for my poor little duck brain to handle, and we're outnumbered, which is not surprising. Good luck, have fun, buddy. And we will see. Let's get it cracking. So we're going to take the hill advantage straight out of the gate, of course. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Was that... Oh, no, maybe not. I thought he had some... the ethereal geezers. So the Air Force is going to be pretty tough to deal with. Nope. Phone, someone keeps ringing. Every time I stream, people ring me. No one rings me otherwise. I swear.
The dark gods command me. Move fast. Boon of siege. Going. Yes.
So let's just continue to position ourselves a little bit. If we can jump these guys, that'd be really lovely.
Marauder horseman, eat your souls. Very well. Khorne demands. I go.
Cool, and he has engaged. Let's really pull our troops together if possible.
Deliver slaughter. If they close, kill them. Do not scatter. If they close, kill them. The dark gods command me.
Just really trying to finish them off.
All will burn for the chaos gods.
That's okay, it gets rid of some chaff.
Free destruction! Bolt of change. So be it. Charge them! Get them! My mastery absolute. Going!
Cool. Should hopefully get some nice damage on their lordship. Big burning head coming down. Warriors not doing too bad. Let's bunch up, bunch up.
Marauder horsemen! Har! Moving fast!
Cool, let's flow over our dragon as well.
Their souls! Kill! Maim! Burn! I go! Marauder horseman! That's the master speed! Eat your souls!
It's got someone on us, but that's fine. Just really burst down that if we can.
Forward! See who wields true power! Corn calls! Going! See who wields true power! Moving fast! I go! Charge them! No! Quickly! What?
Yeah, all our spine champions are just broken from the big charge. That's fine. Brave guard.
Master! Condiments! Now, attack the mortals! Your will! Going!
Yeah, I think that's game. Which is sad. It's a bit of a sad end to the tournament, but you know, it was our fault for getting counterpicked in the first place. I think we didn't manage the Fellbats super well. Like, Fellbats are just disgustingly sticky. They have so much HP, which is good news for them though. And going after the Claw-Nagash maybe was a mistake. So, screw it, let's go, Leroy. Oh, there's nothing we can do here, I don't think. Let's at least try to do some damage somewhere. That's right, run, you coward! Run! Yo, and we're fine up in the skies here. A little flaming sword.
Fire! Exalted hero!
Let's go with that sort of anti-heroes up if we can.
God of magic!
Let's just do a 360 no escape to the face with that. Problem is, he can just heal. Like, it doesn't really matter if we do damage to him, to be honest, at this point.
Moving fast. Flicker and fire. Carnage.
Should try and get a little breath attacking if we can. For the memes.
Yes. Close on the sheep. Bring us to carnage.
Oh no, because we're going to be in combat with Fellbats.
For the blood god.
Oh, let's just roast some guys. Try and get some value at least. A little bit of dignity on our exit out of here. So it looks like our opponent is going to be able to get revenge. We managed to knock him out of the first round. But the way this tournament works, of course, there's 2 heats. So you can end up bumping into people again. And this time, learn his lesson, ban my Dowie. And we didn't learn our lesson, come up against the Vampire Counts with Chaos. The hard counter was there. And despite the aid from the arguably the god of Chaos, we are out. Experimental build. I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's okay. I think, obviously... yeah, firewall's off because if we're shooting bats and hounds, it's just you're not making any value from them. But we didn't make any value anyway because my opponent kind of not prepared for us, but had triple fell bats as well as the doggos, and we just couldn't swarm them or catch them in the air because of the air core. The wizard did okay though. 20,000 damage delt's really good, but it doesn't really help too much. 1,700 damage value, but it was mainly on like the ground force, and we ended up losing the air game. One of the exotic heroes did pretty good work, but we're very well played to my opponent as well. Extraordinary Life of Felix. We had 2 very good games. I think our first game against him was still relatively close as well. Pretty good damage value stats on the die pack there. Of course, the claw is a staple in undead play. Terrorgeist and Blood Dragon Vampire Lord as well, just rule the skies. And that's the problem you normally have with Chaos in this matchup, is you can't win the ground game, it's physically impossible, and you can't win the air game 9 times out of 10 unless you manage to catch them out of position. GG. Best of luck in the semis. And hopefully finals. I will be rooting for you. I always like to root for whoever knocks me out. The day we see AP on them. Oh, you're talking about the Exalted Heroes? Yeah, I get what you mean though. Yeah, once the dogs and hounds on us, there's just nothing we can do. You can't like target. I was trying to get the Exalted Heroes back to like break the hounds really quickly, but I mean they're undead hounds, so you're not going to break them anyway. They're just going to stand around all day and hunt you down. But still, thank you for the help of the build regardless. And that was a really fun tournament. We went pretty far. We managed to get all the way to the quarterfinals on the second bracket. So let's update our little scoreboard quickly here. I believe we won 3 games, lost 2, which isn't too shabby in a tournament. Not too shabby whatsoever. Let's double check the bracket, make sure my opponent puts it in. He does. So yeah, we managed to take out Extraordinary Life of Felix in round 1. Pants for Prez in round 2, lost to Noob for Life in a very hotly contested Skaven versus Lizardmen game, and if we'd won that, we'd have had to come up against Void Lords, which is pretty tough stuff. We then fell down to second bracket, managed to knock out Gobbo Slayer before losing to Extraordinary Life of Felix, coming in for that revenge play. Thank you guys for tuning in though, it's been really good fun. I'll be back next week as well with some streams. Before you guys do go, if you do enjoy, feel free to hit that big old thumbs up button, and as well as subscribe. This matchup is just a cheese fest for Chaos, and hope vampires aren't prepared. Yeah, pretty much, but you've played a really awesome game like this before, Palpatine up against Viking on my channel, where you almost won. It was like the most ridiculous game. You had some really cool strats with the Summoners of Rage and a Sorcerer up in that air, but that was a long time ago. Before you do go, let's see who is streaming. And I might be able to send you on their way. Death Before Dishonor will kick off next Thursday. Feel free to join my Discord. There's a link in the description down below. I'll actually pop one in chat right now if you want to take part in that event. It's going to be some good fun. The last one was absolutely crazy. So let's find that for you. And then I'll find another YouTube channel, see who else is streaming, and send you on the way. Probably to Logic, because I mean, he is hosting this tournament. So if you want to go watch the rest of the tournament, you can. I'll probably be in chat as well, vibing with you guys. So here quickly is the link. No quick battles because it was going to be quick battles. But I think we've been streaming for like over 2 hours. I didn't expect to get this far in the tournament, to be honest. And I've got a few bits to do. I'm working literally all day. Weekend I have 1 hour free time tomorrow. And Sunday I'll probably try to play some Warhammer Championship games in the evening. But there's a link to the Discord, and I will shoot you over now to Logic EU. Feel free to go over and say hello. He's a relatively new streamer, but it's really awesome he is hosting this tournament for us. And he is hosting the remaining games, so the semi-finals you'll be able to see. And go over there, yell quack at him as much as possible. Here is a link to his channel. So yell quack, quack, quack to him. What's up, Simon Spaghetti? Unfortunately, you was just seeing me leaving here. We are closing out the stream. Although, I think, did we cast on your games? No, I don't think we've cast on your games yet over the weekend, but you either got a game on the way or we cast on your games recently, so hope you enjoyed that. But cheers guys for tuning in. You've been a pleasure as always, watching my mad rambles and my Lizardmen dominance before falling. I was corrupted by the choice of Chaos and was destroyed there. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, peace, peace, and as always, stay awesome.